Hello, friends. Thank you for joining us. My name is Joel, and this is the O2 Drop. You're listening to your favorite made-for-adults Pokemon VGC podcast, coming from Perth, the home of one of our best regional champions, Kieran Singh.
What's up, guys?
And the home of the GOAT.
The GOAT?
Of the O2 Drop, Chris Marr.
Gayest of all time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I am here, a future regional champion. You could have cap. You know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna give this podcast a 1-star Google review.
We're one of the only podcasts I know that have like a flat 5-star rating on Spotify. It's amazing.
And if you like,
You need haters, though.
Yeah,
no, we don't.
No. 5 stars too high because
is.
it means that you're not reaching enough people to have haters.
Yeah.
True. Well, if you hate us, please rate us low on Google
Exactly.
or
Please.
Spotify.
Speaking of high ratings, though, we are joined by one of Finland's best players.
Finland's best player.
Well,
Who else is from Finland?
I don't know. There might be a player held in high regard around the country, regard similar to that of Kimi Räikkönen, Paavo Nurmi, even Sanna Marin. We are talking to Oliver Eskolin.
Oh, yo, what's up, guys? Glad to be on the pod, bro. It's incredible.
Let's go.
Thank you so much.
Australia #1. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. Oliver's my favorite Finnish person in the world, actually. He's the only Finnish person I know,
yeah.
but still technically my favorite.
All right. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, bro.
I've met 3 and definitely first.
Is
the bar that low?
No. I mean,
What are the other ones? Are they from Mons or just
no.
some randoms?
I worked with a Finnish person at my first job, and he just didn't chat. He was very like, you know, head down.
All the Finnish
bummer.
people are like quite quiet.
Yeah. And then the other Finnish person I met was a nurse, and she was no bullshit, and got into it with my wife after like 5 years of being friends. So, yeah.
Let's go, Ollie. #1 Finnish.
#1 Finnish player.
Yeah. #1 Finnish player.
Person.
Everybody's hearts. Let's go.
Could be #1 Finnish person. We'll survey the Finnish population after this episode.
Yeah.
A huge audience in Finland can weigh in.
Yeah.
Finland numbers are ticking up slowly. It's probably all thanks to Owie.
Go 100% increase. Let's go. The stats never lie.
Stats never lie, exactly. Thank you so much for joining us, Owie. Our listeners, I suppose, would love to get to know you in this episode. So we'll start at the very start. How did you first get introduced to Pokemon as a franchise?
Okay, that's interesting. So my first touch with Pokemon was when my parents bought me I think it was a DS and Heart Gold and Soul Silver when I was I think it was 9 or 10. I didn't really think much of it back then. I didn't know how to read English or speak it back then. And I remember being stuck in the first stage of the game where you first had to go talk to, I think it was Professor Elm or Oak. And then you had to go all the way back to the starting town. And I obviously didn't know what was going on. So I was just stuck there and I had a level 38 Typhlosion. But put the game on pause for I think a year or so, and then I picked it up once I started learning English, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Was there no Finnish language choice on Soul Silver?
No, there's no, bro. There's no Finnish language in any of the Pokemon games, or even
Scarlet and Violet.
Even when it comes to tournaments. Yeah, no Finnish in Scarlet and Violet. And when it comes to tournaments as well, there's no Finnish. There's one Finnish judge who does bigger-ish tournaments. He lives in the States though. But let's just say in Europe, if I just decided someday I'm like, yeah, I don't want to speak English no more. Like there would be nobody to like translate for me.
Like the team sheets.
Yeah, I mean team sheets,
chopped.
everything, communication.
God,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Well, can you say something in Finnish for us? Just give me like a sentence in Finnish.
What would you like me to say?
Okay.
Like, quite random. Give me something.
You got to give him something.
All right. I had pasta and a glass of wine for dinner.
Söin pastaa ja join lasin viiniä illalliseksi.
Yep.
It's a fake language.
Fake language.
Yeah. No. It's real. Trust
It's real?
me. I definitely didn't like place like some ancient like Finnish curse on the whole podcast. It's all good.
What is the closest language? Is like German like the closest language available for like Scandinavians then? Because there would be.
So funnily enough, like Finnish is like a lot different from the other Scandinavian languages. It actually isn't even in the same like group.
Okay.
So the closest to Finnish would probably be like Estonian is like somewhat similar. Like you're able to understand like words here and there, but apparently like some like Uralic languages, like deep in like fucking Russia or something, and Hungarian, I believe, are like the closest relatives to like the Finnish language. Okay. To my understanding, it was kind of like the biggest like concentration of the group back like, I don't know, like 100,000 years ago or something. And most of them just settled in Finland, and there's just like small pockets like here and there. Wow. But like, yeah, like all the other Scandinavian languages, or actually like Finland is not even actually part of Scandinavia, but like the Scandinavian languages are like completely different. They're like Germanic languages to my understanding. But once you know, for example, Swedish, you're able to like understand Norwegian and Danish to a reasonable extent.
Well, I understand Swedish and, Norwegian because I watched, the Muppets in Sesame Street as a kid, and the Swedish chef was just hurdy-gurdy-gurdy-gurdy. And that's it. So you need to know.
Yeah. That's all you need to know, man. Easy language. I'm just kidding.
Wow, so there's not even like a supported language that's close for Finnish players then. Like you have to learn one of the other languages in mainland Europe to even function in games.
Pretty much, yeah.
Is this why no one in Finland plays Pokemon?
Maybe. That may be a possibility. I'm kind of surprised that like Finland is even part of the like I know the Baltic countries like Estonia and Lithuania and like Latvia. I think they're like excluded from the local circuit. Like they're not able to host locals. Wow. I don't think so. I'm kind of surprised that they're able to even like earn CP, or their like geographical location is not excluded from the whole CP like circuit.
But it's Europe.
But
like surely.
But it is Europe, and like surely then again, and like I don't know. I'm just happy, I guess, that Finland hasn't suffered the same fate.
Well, I mean, the rest of the world is part of the world, but world is only in America. So, I mean, they can exclude whatever they want. Maybe they don't play VGC in Finland because it's too cold and the switches don't work properly. I mean, the connection's bad enough here, and it's
that's true.
Cold weather improves electric.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
What if it freezes? Like the LED in the screen or something.
The LED. Okay. Yeah, you got me there.
Got him.
I don't have an answer to that.
Do you think Owi's like shivering in his house right now?
I'm imagining it's like
it's so hot right now.
Yeah, it's summer.
I'm imagining like Owi and like Elsa and the little snowman with a carrot are like frolicking in like an igloo or something right
Olaf.
now. Yeah,
the snowman with the carrot.
Yeah, just chilling there.
Yeah,
comfortable.
And there's like a moose or a reindeer or something like that in the background.
Just chilling.
Yeah,
like need to go to the closest town, call in the moose, and just ride it.
Yeah, ride it to the next regional.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
It's kind of Finland, guys.
God damn. Okay, so when we spoke to Taran a few weeks ago, he said it was hot in the UK and it was like 34. Was that right? What's hot in Finland right now?
Honestly, like 25 degrees, 26 degrees is hot for me, bro.
I mean, but that
anything
makes sense.
Above that is like, like it is like pretty fucked. Like the past couple of days, like there's no AC. There's nothing like that. All the houses are like meant to like keep heat in because it's like minus 31,000 degrees during the winter. No, actually, but like you get the point. Yeah, honestly, like I feel like 18 degrees is like the perfect point. Like that's if it were 18 degrees during the summer, I'd be content. But
that's a thick jumper weather for me.
Yeah, like that's like what it is right now for us, and it's like it's like 16 today or something.
Yeah, it was jumper
it's
weather.
like it's like peak winter.
The weather in Australia during Melbourne regionals was like perfect.
That was like cold. That was cold for us.
I was about to say this explains why ever only goes to Melbourne regionals, because it's the coldest regionals.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you came to like the February, January, December regionals, bro, it might be over.
It could be over.
Yeah, it actually would be over.
You'll be leaving like red like a tomato, bro.
No, I'd be like, is that the piss table? Nah, that's just always sweat.
Yeah,
the sweat chair.
The sweat table. Yeah.
God damn. Speaking of sweat chair.
Crustacean on the chair. Sorry.
Speaking of sweat chair then, how did you go from being a 9-year-old kid, unable to speak English, unable to progress through Heart Gold Soul Silver? What a great starting game, by the way. To how did that progress to being in competitive VGC?
Okay. So I think the first step in that whole equation is like just initially, once I started learning English, like liking the franchise, like I liked the model of the game, started playing them, and then like caught on to the release cycle, like always getting my parents to buy the new game. And I think it was during Black and White 2 when I like accidentally connected to a Wi-Fi or something, like managed to go online essentially in the game. Like I think back then you had to go like upstairs in the Pokemon Center to go talk to a lady, and like she'd let you through to this like connection room or something, and you could like play somebody online. And I was like, holy shit, like I'm able to play against somebody like who is like, I don't know, potentially on the other side of the world. And through that I kind of like realized that maybe, you know, people online are, well, not hosting tournaments, but talking about the game, playing the game, doing all sorts of stuff. And at that point I kind of like made the connection that like, okay, well, maybe it's time to do a couple searches on YouTube. And then I kind of like was brought into this like online Pokemon world, not necessarily into VGC yet, rather it's just people like playthroughing the games and whatnot. And it was during Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire for the first time when I think it might have been, I can't remember who. It might have been like Shady Penguin or somebody who ended up doing like Pokemon content, and then I think commentated Worlds or something, and like caught a glimpse of like people competing at the World Championships and whatnot. And that was the initial spark within or in actually competing and playing VGC, and not just kind of like enjoying Pokemon as like a form of entertainment, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And from there, I think because 2016 was the first year when I actually like hopped on the like online ladder in those games and like played more than a singular game. And I think back then there were obviously, I remember watching like the occasional Wolfie video. I don't think he like made that many videos back then, but Aaron Zeng made a couple of videos, and then but like Aaron Zeng made videos, as well as this one guy called, I remember his YouTube channel being named like Kyle Cole or something, and he did like, I think he did like almost daily like battle videos on Showdown of like just playing like interesting teams that he found online. Obviously those were teams from like tournaments, but I didn't have the ability or the skill to like search up tournaments. Yeah, in 2016.
The skill to search up tournaments.
I mean, 2016 was a different time, man.
I still don't have that skill.
It was.
But you must have
didn't know like what to type.
Didn't know what to type. Fair enough. Bro.
You must have got pretty good pretty quickly, because like starting in like 2017, you started getting results, like top 16 results. I mean, I don't know if there was only 16 people at the tournament back then. It's quite possible.
He was in seniors in 2017.
Okay, so there was like 16 kids and he got last place. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, not exactly like that, but let's just say I'd rather keep the total participation amount out of those placements.
Okay.
Makes it look better. But yeah, no, I think like from there on, I ended up like watching Kyle Cole, and I think Alex Zagloza was actually one of the others.
I remember him.
Ended up like he was pretty active competing himself as well. But then I think at one point I just pulled the trigger, like asked my parents, like, there's this like huge tournament in like London. And I think at that point we were planning to go to London at some point for a vacation anyways. And I sort of managed to convince my parents to like kind of line the vacation with the tournament itself. I remember like that time visiting like the Christmas markets and everything in London. It was pretty nice. And I think I vaguely remember seeing a movie. I think it was the Fantastic Beasts, the one associated with the Harry Potter world.
Yeah,
I can't remember its name exactly,
God,
but I think
how old that movie is.
Yeah,
I feel old.
But
there's been like 3 of them.
Yeah, somehow managed to convince them to go there, and it was the start of an unhealthy addiction.
What tournament was that? Was that nationals back then, or like a regional in London? It wasn't internats, yeah, or was it internats?
It was the first international.
Oh,
it was just when
2017
nationals got transformed into.
Right.
Yeah, 2017 was the big year where obviously Sun and Moon came out and the games were played on that. I remember running like some absolute like slop team with like Orangura and Torkoal instruct like.
Dude, that would go crazy in seniors though, surely.
Eruption. It was quite good, but I do remember playing actually like couple players back then. I obviously didn't know that they were like considered to be like royalty in seniors, but they were like, I end up like figuring out later on that like these guys were like very good. And I think in seniors you're able to like distinguish skill in general like quite easily. You have people who genuinely don't know what's going on, and then like you have players who like are actually conscious and are able to make like good plays.
Yeah, for sure.
So the difference is like huge.
Yeah, wow. Where'd you place at that one at the first tournament?
I think I ended up, I'd like to say I placed 14th, but it could be like 18th as well. Somewhere within that, like those two ranges. No lower than 18, but no higher than 14. I can't remember it that well, but since we had such low like attendance, I believe I didn't end up getting any points at all from that run. And I think I ended up going 4-2. 4-2 was my final record, I believe.
So how did you qualify for Worlds in 2017 then? Did you just do a bunch more tournaments after doing the first IC there?
So I ended up playing 2 more tournaments that year. One of them was in Malmo in Sweden, which was very close to home. I managed to convince like my parents to go there. And I think I ended up like getting top 8 there. I think we had like maybe 20 or 16 players. So it doesn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things. But I think that was my first tournament where I ended up getting points. And then like I somehow, I don't know how, but found myself in Birmingham later that year. I don't know how I like convinced my parents to go to that shithole, but but yeah,
back to England again.
Lo and behold, I'm there. Yeah, at that point I had become a bit more, well, not networked, but I'd kind of like grown to know sort of the senior player base and like who are like good and who aren't that good, I guess. And I remember like being able to do like a lot more prep and like just like playing games into players who I considered to be good back then, and somehow I just managed to like rug pull everybody and won the regional. Got my world invite that year.
Nice.
But then again, like it is senior, so I think we end up having.
Chris, you would not win a seniors regional.
It's not.
I would.
It's not free. It's not free.
Bro,
but
if you played seniors, I think
we end up having 30 people.
You would get cooked. Matthew Henry would actually like destroy.
Well, first of all, Matthew Henry should be disqualified because he's not a senior. He's like 70 years old. Second of all,
that's true.
I have years of experience.
He actually goes to university, bro.
Yeah, literally. I have years of experience fighting Takumi. Like I know what the kids have got.
You don't understand. Like this. Like you would. You wouldn't top cut seniors. I'm sorry. You wouldn't top.
They just play like no brain hyper.
No, you didn't. No, that's not true anymore.
No, I think
they've gotten a lot better.
Yeah, that's actually not true.
Yeah, the seniors that compete, they compete.
Okay, you know what then? They should allow that once you get to a certain age, it goes full circle and you get to become a senior. Yes.
No, what you're proposing is just an older age division.
Yeah, against
you just
the
want
seniors.
an Unk age division or something.
Yeah,
okay, you didn't have to say Unk age.
The Unk.
Unk was the nice way of saying it. No? That's kind of, yeah.
I can still go.
Pokemon Vets division. I'd enjoy that.
The vets?
Yeah. As long as I can play vets before Wolf and everyone catches up to me. It'd just be you and me to begin with, Chris, because we're the oldest people in Pokemon.
Yeah. And we want like our own separate bathroom.
No, you don't get shit. You don't get shit.
Yes, we do.
Gotta find the hidden bathrooms.
They'll give you free diapers.
Sure, I'll take free shit, but I also want but they've got to be like Pokemon like official merchandise diapers that I can resell.
Such a scalper, bro.
Yeah.
And
selling diapers is great.
And we need special food for our dietary requirements as well.
Okay.
Not just some boring, shitty, like overpriced chips or something.
Medium rare steak every round.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every round's a lot of steak.
Greedy.
Holy shit. They can afford it. They're a $1 trillion like small indie company.
Small indie dev.
Yeah.
So, CP bar back then as well.
I missed the CP bar.
Missed the CP bar. But getting the World's invite from a regional win, pretty huge. That was effectively your first year. What was it like, getting to Worlds in your first full season?
I mean, I didn't really believe it myself. Like, I remember like maybe like it was like 4 years ago or something, like reminiscing, walking back to that year, talking about it with my mom. But I remember my mom remembered me saying something across the lines of like, oh, like if I do well here, like you'll have to take me to Anaheim or something. And like my mom told me that she thought it was an absolute joke and stuff. But after the tournament, when like end up like getting handed all the prizes and like I think asking one of the organizers like, oh, like, with enough like championship points, like I can go to Anaheim and stuff, and they end up being like, yeah, you can go. And my mom was like, yeah, well, like what's going on? Like this is kind of weird. But I guess like she got all the confidence she needed in order to believe that I was actually like allowed to play in Anaheim that year for the World Championship. And like personally, if I remember like the time back then, it was like how would I describe it? Like it's like a kid pretty much like just like being the happiest as one could possibly be. Like back then it was pure passion. There are no other not indicators, but no other things that you really care about rather than just winning in the game. You don't care about any of this prizing stuff. You don't care about I guess maybe you should. No, I mean, to be fair, as a kid, like you should probably not be caring about the cost side either. Like you either are in a fortunate position to be able to go to these tournaments with your parents supporting you or not. And, if you are, then just play and like just focus completely on the game. But it was like pretty much a dream come true, especially considering the like a very short time period from actually just watching people play the game on ladder and then actually being able to play, compete, and win a tournament in person. Almost like, probably like 11 to 10 months later.
Damn.
Considering that was like June of 2016, and then I think Birmingham happened in April or May of 2017, if I remember correctly.
So would you say then that you peaked in 2017?
I mean, hey, look.
In seniors, maybe.
Look. In seniors, maybe. I feel like, well, if you look at it objectively, maybe you can say that. Maybe I have to take the hit for the team here and just admit that I did peak in 17. But I think I think 2018 was the last year of seniors, and I do remember like the game and like just my whole outlook on I guess like playing VGC becoming a bit more like toxic and less like focused purely on the passion of the game. Yeah. Like setting expectations for myself and all that.
You did win an Internats like in 2018 though, correct?
Like and a couple regionals. So it obviously yielded good results, but I think setting up the bar too high end up like
especially as a kid,
causing a huge crash towards the later part of the season at NAIC as well as Worlds for me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's crazy.
But I do think it was funnily enough, like that whole time period was a great like emotional learning period for me. As a kid, like you obviously don't process like defeats that well. Well, I guess that depends on the personality. Some kids are a bit more mature, are able to handle the defeats, but I was not like if I could have, I probably would have just smacked my 3DS like against the hotel like floor and maybe like done some fucking weird shit. But I do think like that made me a bit more grounded when it comes down to like losing in the game, because before that, like, took winning as granted, and then the losses were essentially like the end of the world.
That's just like human psychology, though. That's not even like a age dependent thing. Like if you start something and you start winning at it, then you get like entitlement, even if you don't like, you know, you're not an entitled person. Like it's at least like in your subconscious that like, this is easy. One, this is easy. Two, like I'm just better. That's why I'm winning. Like,
I'm built different.
Yeah, like even if it's not like an ego thing, like at least like in your subconscious, you're gonna believe that. So it's just a canon event for every player to like, for every like good player to, you know, get results, and then like it feels like it's so completely in their control. And then when like things don't work out for whatever reasons, maybe because it's outside of their control, then they have to go through this period that you're talking about with the struggle with losing, and it's all a cycle. It just makes you a better player, better person. Everything.
You hear that, kids? Start losing as soon as you can. Right, more losing. Go out and lose.
Watch Chris on an O2 drop stream and do the opposite.
I got to Master Ball tier on stream. Thank you very much. I did more winning than losing.
What elo is Master Ball tier?
I think I'm like 1,700 and something at the moment, which is not great.
We gotta get that up, bro. We gotta get that up.
Yeah, bro. I do my one daily battle to get my 500 VP like missions, and then I move on because I'm busy.
The busy scene.
You have a job.
I had to cancel 2 plans tonight to be at this podcast because Mark couldn't host.
Can't be saying that word out loud.
Job.
Yeah, who said that?
Sorry, bro. We'll cut that out. We'll cut that out. We'll cut it out of the pod, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry,
cut that out.
We forget that we're a VGC podcast.
Yeah, we can't. We have to pretend that jobs aren't important.
Jobs don't exist.
True, it's all fake news.
We're saying it with an asterisk.
Yeah, just
we're
coach.
Not saying the O.
You don't need a job. Just coach.
Exactly. Yeah,
just win and coach. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a pretty like insane seniors run. And thankfully you didn't stop there because you have done well at like a myriad of other tournaments. But before we continue your career, Joel, ask him the other puff piece questions.
Oh yeah, we got too deep into the weeds too quickly. Favorite Pokemon, OE?
Favorite Pokemon ever? Mega Sceptile. If you don't count out Megas, then Sceptile and Salamence base forms do take a shared first spot. But like number one is Mega Sceptile.
That's
for sure.
Wild. Scoot Easy, friend of the show, fellow Australian content creator. He would love that answer. He's probably jorking it right now just listening to this.
He's been trying to get Mega Sceptile to champions tier, right?
Yeah,
That's
he lost to a minimize Overquill today, I think, on Twitter I saw.
Oh, goodness. Hate that.
Sceptile is my boy, but sometimes you have to know when to let go.
He got Earth Power though. He's good. He's good now. Okay, so that's your favorite overall Pokemon, but we do have a subcategory, favorite competitive Pokemon.
Favorite competitive Pokemon. Shoot. There are a couple ones. Obviously they're like quite boring in a sense, saying like I actually do for example Goldango quite a lot, but probably my favorite competitive Pokemon. Do you still like
Goldango quite a lot after the nerfs?
Look, you got done dirty. I'm be honest, but the Dango still could be all right. But I do think the design is quite nice. But I'd probably say the favorite like competitive Pokemon of mine would have to be it's pretty boring, I guess, but I'd probably have to say Kyogre.
That's not even that boring. Like people be saying like Rillaboom and shit. Like I've said
Amoonguss. We've had a few Amoonguss.
Yeah, okay.
I think I said Amoonguss,
Amoonguss
as well. Yeah. So you're actually on the creative side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Well, can you tell Kyogre to go to the optometrist because
you're asking the right person.
Look.
Why is Ollie an optometrist?
No. He's experienced the blind Kyogre.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Probably more than
I've yes, the blind Kyogre. It tells a lot for me to say Kyogre is my boy.
Yeah,
Kyogre has been fucking blind, bro, a couple times.
He gives and then he takes away.
I'm gonna tell you that. Yeah, he giveth and he taketh, and usually taketh away in the key positions.
In the big moments, the lights are too bright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are, bro. Mike Kyger, he gets a bit shy. He's like, oh.
Nervous guy.
With the origin pulse.
Oh no.
God damn. Got that light sensitivity. Just can't deal with it with all that attention.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2019 for you, Owie, was first year of Masters.
Yep.
Nice. And then
It was.
Nice.
Yep.
we qualified for Worlds again in 2019. I think standout performance would have been Sheffield Reed. No, that.
What about third place at a special event Lille in 2018 November?
That's right.
Yeah.
I missed that one. Yep.
That would have been it. The Sheffield one was after Worlds for the next year, for the 2020 season. But yeah, during that year, I think it was how would I describe it? It was overall, I'd probably say a struggle throughout the whole year to kind of like find my footing. I remember like being a bit, well, not hesitant, but unsure of my like skill level coming from seniors and thinking that, okay, like seniors is the only chance of me succeeding. But then like the tournament ended up being all right. There was only one like I'd consider to be like a good performance, getting top 8 at that special event in Lille. But after that, it was like quite smooth cruising in terms of like consistently placing top 64 or 32 at like all the events that I end up going to.
Can I give you a massive shout out that season for bringing an Umbreon to Worlds? He's my favorite Pokemon. And I mean, Groudon Umbreon, obviously that's not like reinventing the wheel, but I still think it's fucking cool to see an Umbreon on a team. So shout out to you.
Worlds that year, I don't know how, like it might sound like I'm like pulling a funny on you with this, but I somehow managed to like start a conversation with Hirofumi and talk to him and somehow like get his Worlds team and play with the team and like talk to him about it.
Wait, actually at Worlds, like before day one of Worlds?
Like, no, like weeks. I think it maybe a month before Worlds,
really?
like exchanging messages on Twitter. And I remember like he ended up running, I think it was Kang on the team, and I ended up having like a Z-move Naganadol or something as the last slot. But that year, in terms of like how everything unfolded, felt like a fever dream. Like that should not happen. I don't know how that like interaction ever came to be, but it was very funny, to say the least.
For context, for our listeners,
there were other like different.
Hirofumi got second at Worlds that year with Groudon and Umbreon core.
I love that.
And he's performed very well.
I love that
ever since.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
Especially in the context of 2019, like to his eyes and to I guess everybody's eyes that year, like I was probably like pretty shit. And he was coming off of a Japan Nats win.
Yeah.
As well as like probably high expectations to perform at Worlds and stuff. So I don't know how he like ever thought that, you know, that he'd get something of value out of like chatting to me, but I thought that was like really cool back in the day, and I still think it's very nice. I do appreciate him for actually like filling me in and like helping me, and I guess like backwards, since I was actively playing with the team as well, trying to make it better, like give feedback and whatnot.
Yeah, shout out Hirofumi.
I remember a few weeks ago we were rating some top 10 list or whatever, and Umbreon came up, and you were arguing about whether or not it had ever won a Worlds or not, and I said that it got runner up. But I think it had done one like in the seniors or.
Well, did he win Nats with the? I assume he won Nats with the same team.
No, I don't think he did win nationals with the same. Oh, hold on, I might be
Or did Naoto
misremembering the year as well?
Nationals that year, I thought.
Naoto was the Worlds winner.
Might have won
right?
nationals.
I thought he like hit the double.
Wait, hold on.
Because wasn't that like the thing? Like,
did Hirofumi?
He's won nationals twice. Hirofumi, definitely.
Yeah. I wonder if that was actually 2018 when he won nationals. I might be remembering the year incorrectly.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm sure he did well at the nationals as well.
Yeah. He was a very, very established player even back then.
Yeah, he's
for sure.
So strong.
Yeah.
One more quick question about your 2019 results. I'm a bit of an Ultra Beast enthusiast, and I love Stack Attacker. I miss the Ultra Beast so much. Your EUIC team and your NIIC team were both Stack Attacker teams. What nature was beast boosting? Sorry, what stat was beast boosting?
If I remember correctly, I think I had a standard defense boosting stack attacker on the EYC team. Funnily enough, I kind of forgot about that team. That's like one of my like actually favorite teams, like probably ever, like probably top 3 teams I've used. It was very fun. But I had a normal stack attacker on that team. The main reason was just like if I ever got a gyro ball off into Xerneas, even if it was intimidated, like it would still do so much damage that like an Origin Pulse or a Sludge Bomb from Gengar, for example, would be able to finish it off. But yeah, no, thank you for making me remember that team. That was incredible fun. Yeah.
Those are the glory days.
Can't believe I had forgotten about it. Yeah. No, it was an incredible team. And actually, I remember the original creator being Niels Dunlop. He unfortunately, I can't remember why, but I don't think he had the time back then to attend EYC that year. But I remember he was like a huge part in building that team for sure. But yeah, it was incredible fun, that team. Just trapping stuff in HP water on the Gengar, sniping the Groudons.
That's crazy.
Stack attack against the Xerneas. Yeah. Yeah, it was good
HP water
fun.
was difficult to get, wasn't it? Wasn't that like all 30s to get HP water?
I think it was something specific. I can't remember that well back then.
I remember,
you know, couple of my friends probably or friends end up providing the Pokemon.
Yeah, your friends
for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm.
Of course, your friends.
Old mate. Yeah.
Old mate.
So I wasn't that tapped into the whole like EV thing, you know, like how the EVs have to be. I just
just made it work.
HP Water Gengar and bang.
Bang. Yeah, it's in your box, just like that.
It happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a miracle.
Exactly.
And then
I know, man. It's a miracle.
Moving to 2020, this is the first of several, I believe, times you've ventured to Australia. You came to OCIC 2020. OCIC,
yes.
the best of all ICs, and they need to bring it back. Hopefully the climate was sufficiently cold in February in Melbourne. Usually in
February would have been hot though.
Nah, February
not in Melbourne.
It would be like 20
I was
something.
grilling, bro. I was fucking grilling, bro.
You got to come to Perth, bro. You got to come to Perth.
Yeah.
Come to Perth in January.
I heard good things about Perth. Yeah, especially about the Perth Crown. I heard that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That's right, bro.
We'll turn the aircon on for you. So when you arrive, it's nice and cool.
No 000s, bro. No 000s at the Perth Crown.
Yeah, no 000s. Yeah,
None of
those
that
who
bullshit.
know, those who don't know.
It's a roulette wheel reference for those wondering what the hell we're talking about. Okay, so 2020, I think the highest in the 2019-2020 season, you got 5th place at Sheffield Regional. Is there any other memorable kind of finishes or runs from that season?
I think so that year, I think the only other memorable thing would have been like going to Australia again. I think I ended up going in 2018 as well as 2019 for the ICs, and
crazy obsessed with
2020 going back to Melbourne back again was, I remember that year just overall being like a very nice experience. I remember in 2019 I was a bit too not locked in on the game in terms of like not doing other stuff, but I think in 2020 I ended up doing like a lot more, you know, stuff in the city and in general things outside of the game, which end up like making the trip a lot more worth it. One of the main reasons why like you might wonder why I love Australia to begin with is still to this day like one of my like real like very good friends who I'd consider to be like one of my good friends outside the game as well, Alfredo Chan Gonzalez, who ended up playing in the seniors at the same time as me. I've always every year besides these couple years where there's not been OCIC, I've obviously gone to play OCIC while seeing him, but the past couple of years I've also come down to Australia to pay him a visit, and it's one of the main reasons why I initially was kind of like latched on to like coming to Australia and like enjoying it, but now I've actually like grown to like really appreciate and love the country, and there's a lot more things that I could say, but like I've tried to like, for example, like look at internship opportunities and like ways of like actually moving to Australia to work and live for a longer period of time, but I'm kind of like in love with the country, you know?
Nah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. He's just here to farm CP.
He's here to take Chris's points. No, he's an honorary Australian. He's an honorary Australian.
Yeah.
Look, 2015. Oh, sorry, not 2015. 2025. There was no farming, bro. There was no farming. I was the one being farmed. I still came. It was a nice time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got 30th in 2020 OCIC. This team, like you said, you were doing stuff. You're definitely doing stuff when you built this team. Togekiss, Inteleon,
yep.
Leaf, Rotom Mo, Grimmsnarl, Conkeldurr, and Chandelure.
Was that crazy back in the day?
It was.
I didn't play that format. Was that crazy?
I'm sure that Inteleon.
I mean, Togekiss was like broken. Yeah.
Yeah, but the rest of the team wasn't.
It was. Yeah, Kiss was insane. But I think that team. It was not as crazy as you might think, but it was kind of like a crazy variant of Hyper Offense, and the kind of main like mode there is Fake Tears Grim with like the Dynamax Inteleon being able to like just pile insane damage onto like a lot of targets.
What did the Gigantamax move do for Inteleon?
It was not out then. It was not out at that point. So I had to use the normal I think the Gmax one allows you to have the same effects as Snipe Shot, if I remember correctly. Snipe Shot was the standard crit, or the base move. I think it might have been elevated crit and also bypassing abilities. So what you could do with normal Inteleon was you could Snipe Shot through Storm Drain.
Oh.
Yeah. You could Fake Tear Snipe Shot through Gashadon and like kill an Arcanine or something. Yeah. It was pretty cheeky, I'll tell you that.
Bit cheeky.
Yeah. Damn. But I think that team lived and died by the read, and it just is the reality when you run teams like that. Like if they are well tuned, you'll probably get a good amount of wins, but it only takes you what was it like 4 or maybe 3 or 4 losses back in the day to be knocked out of contention. So it just it's the nature of the team. But it was like looking back at it, it was a pretty jolly time to start clicking Fake Tears and going look. And just trying to guess the right slot.
Well, I don't know.
It was probably a nightmare for my opponents to play against that. Like, I have to apologize for that, but it is what it is.
Well, I don't know what COVID did to you, but we had a COVID break, came back to events in 2022, and all of a sudden you were a boring, lame swordfish player, and that's all you ran all season.
So I feel like COVID's and that time duration probably made me realize that like. Well, I guess it's like generally applicable to everyone, but playing Hyper Offense like might have its moments, but it's never gonna like yield you the best results possible. Like it'll always be a better investment to like focus maybe a bit on something more balancing, and then maybe add like couple techs or whatnot onto that team.
Okay, Paul Chua.
The boring stuff. yeah, it's the boring stuff, but it's the truth. But I do remember the start of 2022. I'm not like it. I don't think it was that big of a thing back yet. It was definitely not publicly talked about. But I remember one of my Italian friends, Gaetano di Trapani. I ended up doing a very intensive like internal best of 3 practice, and I think at this time, like at this current time, to my understanding, it is very, very common for people to practice matchups internally. And like play best of 3s and do all these kind of stuffs. But back then, like I think like nobody really talked about it. Nobody really did it. And I remember like having a good like 2-month period between like end of February to like April when EYC was when him and Guy and I end up like playing loads of best of 3s and just nailing down the matchups. And obviously there was some luck as well involved in the run, as there always is, but end up yielding an incredible result considering the fact that I don't think I was necessarily that much better of a player back then compared to like 2020.
You're talking about the second place at EUIC?
Yes. Like I genuinely believe that run was like carried by like what you could call like scrims or like best of 3 internal practices. Like I just pretty much all the matchups like flow charted to some extent, like automatically clicking the buttons and knowing what I need to do. And there was a very little like, I guess like internal thinking involved.
I'll ask you a question about the finals of EUIC that year. So it's a bit famous, because people say in Game 3, what won Eric Rios the Internats over you was the fact that he missed the play rough. Did you identify that at the time? Like when you saw the play rough miss, were you stressing? Or I mean, I know it came down. I think it came down to a 50 in the end, right? But you had without the play rough miss a non-50. Do you want to talk about that a bit?
So funnily enough, I don't remember the situation exactly how the board position was. I do remember the fact that initially when player off missed, I remember feeling like very excited, but then I think 5 or 7 like we're talking 10 seconds approximately after that, I think I like slowly started to realize that this what this miss actually meant. And obviously that ended up playing or like creating the whole end game scenario where like it just came down to an earthquake protect mind game with the two of my mons. But the biggest mistake was already made after turn 1. I mean, turn 1 was complete perfect and everything after that was just complete dog shit, if I can be frank. In terms of like just targeting and whatnot. I think like just briefly going back to the final, I think I had a Rillaboom in the back, and after turn 2 I just for some reason just started targeting the Gastrodon down. Pretty much after that the Rillaboom has no reason for be even brought into the game. So had just target the other slot and save the Rillaboom for the Gastrodon. The game I don't think would have been losable, but those are things to like not stress too much on.
No. I mean, still second place at EUIC.
They need to be let go.
They need to be let go. It's only so long we can hold on.
That's right. That was the end game with like earthquake, protects, and stomping tantrum. He needed like
single target earthquake or something to kill the Zacian, I believe. But because the player off missed the Kyogre, it wasn't single target, so it was like a protect rate. I can't remember the board state exactly, but
yes. Yeah, it was pretty much that. There's actually been
proper mind.
I
know
a couple people have made videos of actually like just talking through the.
That's where I saw it from, because I didn't watch the set because I wasn't really playing back then. But I saw a video.
Like some people actually have analyzed the set and like come to the conclusion that like the player off miss was actually like bad, as funny as it sounds, but you know,
we get a lot of our listeners,
but it is what it is. Like.
Yeah, coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah, sorry.
We get a lot of our listeners that
exactly.
that like for some unknown reason ask us how to get better at the game, we try and do our best. We've got some good content for our subscribers. If you're listening, you want to get better at VGC, you should subscribe. But you said that you practiced the lines for ages with your Italian friend. I'm not going to try and pronounce his name because you did such an elegant job of it. But and you did all the scrims, and having those like lines prepared going into the event, you knew exactly what buttons to click, right? How long time frame did you start doing those lines and scrims, and like how many like hours did you put in, just so I can sort of gauge like how much time you need to devote to like in the lead up to an event like this?
So for that tournament, I think there are a couple factors as well. One of them being that I don't think other people actually were doing that yet. So obviously the sort of the positive impact from doing that is going to be higher when other people are not doing it as well. Because then, for example, if you end up making a mistake or something in your preparation, the opponent might not like pick it up due to them not like going in depth in the matchup. But to answer your question, I think it ended up being we probably took like a couple weeks to kind of finalize on the 6, and then I'd probably say roughly like 7-ish weeks to prep. Dang. Obviously, it was not like every day 8 hours a day, but probably like maybe like 4 hours on Monday, maybe none on Tuesday, maybe an hour on Wednesday. But effectively, if you were to spread it evenly over the whole week, you'd probably get like 2 hours a day. On average, an hour and a half.
To the listeners that know of my Team Crisis or Team Crisis, if you don't know the law, I'm going to have to start. I'm going to have to start doing a 7-week Team Crisis summit, 7 week long before every event.
It all like it's very. You can't really like look at it in isolation though, because like like how much prep you need to do depends on, first of all, like how like naturally like good you are as well. Like obviously like
yes.
like OE doesn't need to prep 7 weeks for tournament, and he doesn't prep for 7 weeks for every tournament. You know, like he did like for that one, and he it paid off.
Are you implying that I'm naturally shit?
Yeah. Yes.
I didn't. No, that's not what I was saying. But I'm saying it just
Expose,
like
bro.
It's you can't look at things in like complete isolated of like
isolation
context. There's so many other like things that go into like how long you should be prepping or whatever. There's like 10 other factors. That was just like
whatever.
one.
I'm sorry, I'm not some Finnish prodigy. All right, okay, I'll try and do better.
It's like me flaunting my 17-game win streak in Champions. Like, sure, that's sick, but I was playing 2 games a day spread out at weird times with a cheese team.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean that I'm good.
but Chris, like what you should take on board, like, and the listeners 100% take on board with what Owi's saying. Like, obviously, like the more, like, obviously there's diminishing returns, but the more you prep like specific matchups, the better you're going to do at the tournament.
I know.
Like, if you have the tangibles.
The problem, do you know what I feel? And this could be a cold take. I acknowledge this, but I just feel like, compared to back then, like now, you practice your lines and stuff. The meta changes quite a bit faster. I feel like a new team comes out there's more events, right? And every regionals, there's more teams that are coming out of the woodwork. So you can't really have every line
it's harder,
finished like 7 weeks in advance because a fucking new team.
But that was a year-long format, right? So it was already probably like quite developed.
Yeah.
Whereas now we're playing 3 months max.
It had been established.
Yeah.
Now we've got a new format.
It is harder. It's harder, like, for sure. Like when we have repeats of the formats, I find it like so much like, well, not necessarily, but like I find it easier like a lot at some points because like
100%.
There's these like developed teams, so I know what I need to target and like what I need to practice into. I don't like have to like worry about like, you know, the results of like the next online tour and how there's going to be like 5 teams.
Now there's a new fucking metagame every time Jojo X9 or Cybertron puts out a fucking video. Like, honestly.
Yeah. No. Like what Kieran is saying makes total sense. And like, as reference, I think I was like not considerably because like skill, I guess, is like reasonably hard to like evaluate in VGC, but I'd consider myself to be somewhat worse back then as well. So that like obviously takes into the whole equation of taking as long as it did in grinding the team and like playing the lines. But yeah, like there are a lot of factors these days which I don't think you're actually able to get it down to that level as you were back then. One of them being like the year-old format. And the other one is just there being a lot more tournaments. For example, like that was the first year out of COVID. So we end up having freaking like, I don't know, like maybe 4 or 3 regionals in Europe with the IC included in that. And the online circuit was like, it did exist, like Victor Rhodes and other tournament organizers did have tournaments back then, but they weren't like literally weekly tournaments. And on top of that, like the prize pools were, if I remember correctly, like
about a
lot smaller.
So
people didn't, people didn't really have the incentive to actually play and like show their best hand, whereas it's completely different now. And also, lastly, I'll just mention the fact that was essentially the start of the season for Europe. And I feel like the metagame development always like becomes faster and faster as you close in on Worlds. That's when like a new tech pops up on ladder and like within 2 days everybody knows it, whereas back then like people just don't care that much yet because it's the beginning of the season. And a lot of championship points, I guess, like that year were carried over from 2020. So I guess like if you actually like take all of these things into consideration, like maybe that was one of the only years where you could like pull something like this where actually as a player you're still like reasonably well you wouldn't be bad, but like you wouldn't like a player of like standard skill would be able to pull something like that off.
I think by the sounds of what you were doing though was like very specific and intentional training, not just jumping on ladder and versing teams going, I want to see how this team goes into these main meta threats and, you know, let's really dial in the team, dial in the lines and all that sort of stuff. And I think that's probably a very good message to anyone wanting to get better is to do very highly specific forms of training.
Absolutely.
Once you're aware and you're at a level where you're like, hey, I'm pushing for cut, or, you know, now it's completely different. You go to, I want to push for day 2s consistently, and then it's, I want to push for top cut consistently. And that's once you're at that point, you're like, okay, I need to be doing very specific levels of training, with a group effectively, because you can't, like, sure, best of 3 on ladder is a great training tool, but
it is.
You're not always going to run into the things that you want to test against.
The hard part is you have to like have your team for the event first.
Yeah.
That's
100%.
like it's rare to have your team for the event 7 weeks out before. Like that's a good spot.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
a good place to be in.
Yeah. That's a spot where you can actually like start to think of a potentially a deep run and what could happen in these scenarios. But I do think like the most important part, especially back then, and for I suppose listeners and everybody else, is like kind of like having the premise set out as like I will not win by just being like naturally the best. Rather, like the only way I win is through like just out prepping everybody.
Yeah. Do you watch replays, Owie? Do you go back and watch games you've played and like look at what you did wrong and right and stuff?
I would say, yeah. I think there's a misconception in terms of like people saying that, oh, like you need to like the replays will show you all, and like if you save every single replay, you'll like become infinitely better. And I don't think that's actually the case, but it is it is still important to save replays and actually look back at them, especially the losses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I probably need to do that more. I don't have time,
need to,
but
yeah.
Look, let's move to 2020.
Yeah.
2022-2023 season. Do you know what I look? This is when we got Scarlet Violet, right? And I look at like the early regulations. So I think it was called Series 1 or something back then, right?
And then they changed it to regulation. Yeah.
Looking at that, it's almost like looking at a Champions format that we've got now. That same sort of power level where you had like limited tailwind setters, limited hyper offense mons, limited support mons. You did pretty well that year, top 8 in Utrecht. But I mean, like just looking at like Macro, like I as like the tailwind, like Prankster Hayes, like Mousehole, Goldengo. It's almost like looking at a Champions team. Meowscarada was huge in like Reg MA. Pormot, Jesus. Pormot was used?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pormot was actually quite good. It had Fake Out and it had Close Combat for King Gambit.
True.
As well as like the electric attack. And funnily enough, like back then you could, if you tear out your Pormot, you could spam the double shock.
As
many times as you wanted.
Yeah.
I appreciate that you were a filthy Dondozo player for a while, like me. You had your little villain arc. I respect that.
Look, that team, it definitely has some fond memories attached to it. I remember like building that team with a couple of my Australian friends. I think initially ended up being James Katsaros, like another like very, very close friend of mine to this day, as well as Luke Curtelli. And I just remember like a funny scene where like we ended up like kind of like coming to a conclusion that like our great Tusk matchup needs to be better. And I remember like boarding the flight and telling Luke and James that okay, we need to like fix this matchup, and hopefully like you guys have some ideas once I land. And then when I land, I see freaking Follow Me, Terra, Flying Mousehole, and Specs Goldengo. And I remember like specifically talking about like Terra Flying Goldengo, but then just the fucking Mousehole ended up appearing on the team with Terra Flying and Follow Me. I remember it was pretty funny. The team was fun, and Dondozo definitely had its matchups where like you could just fish in an easy way.
Yeah. Yep. And then Dondozo was always a threat if you didn't prepare for it, but it kind of got power crept out a little bit.
Yeah. Those early regulations as well, it wasn't programmed correctly, remember? So
you got the boost on the chest.
Oh my God.
Goated.
With the shitty animations.
Bring it back.
the Series 1 animation, static screen, looks like dog shit.
Yeah, it did look
chopped.
Absolute horrid back then, but chopped as one could say these days.
Yeah, that's what the kids are saying.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember the first time like I saw Scavvy on a Switch 2 after dealing with it for 2.5 years and thinking, oh wow, this is what this game was meant to look like. It looked
so that first time, like that. I remember seeing a Twitter post of like Koraidon using collision cores. I saw it and I was like genuinely like my mouth was on the floor. Like I was just like jaw dropped by like how good it looked. I was like, this is how it's supposed to look.
Yeah, and we've been playing with it terribly for like 2 years at that point.
Just like in the overworld, like I get all my own Pokemon. I don't have friends.
You should get some friends.
Yeah, and I'll like run around shiny hunting stuff. And just be like, what the fuck? There's like 200 Pokemon spawning around me, and they all look great, and there's no lag. What's going on?
Yeah,
it's wild how good it is.
It's not supposed
Switch.
to happen.
It's not.
It's not right.
No, game's broken. Was there anything else eventful in that season, or should we move on to
2023? He won was it 24, 23? You won Gdansk.
24 season, but
it was 24. So
24.
I think 23 was like, again, like I've talked to a couple of my friends, especially James Caceres, about this, but we came to a conclusion that like 23 was kind of a good, like, I guess, learning year again, where I end up like, I think getting top 32 almost at every single regional that I end up going to, but never really like managed to like a good breakout result. And I feel like that's something I end up focusing on after Worlds that year, trying to like make sure that I'd either be able to get a very good result or then like a more mid one.
Oh, poor Owie. He only got like, top 32 at every event he went to.
It's all relative.
Yeah, but like,
it's all relative.
It's all relative, of course. But like when you saw the amount of like work put in, and then you never end up seeing yourself in top cut, you like, it kind of like made me realize that I don't really want to like just always kind of reach the middle stage. Rather, I'd have more variance in the results, where like you'd have these like very deep runs, and maybe then on like when end up not being your day, the run would be like a bit lower than obviously top 32, maybe not even making day 2 in general. But I do think like breaking out of that well, not necessarily curse, but that mode was good, as it kind of was. It was a goal that I set for the next season.
Well, you did, because in November 23 you broke the drought, you broke the curse in Gdansk. I really like saying that word. Just for the
How are you actually supposed to pronounce that? It's Gdansk? Gdansk?
I think.
Oh, yeah. You got to help us out.
I think it's pronounced like the Netflix noise when the Netflix turns on.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. I think there's like, I'm not sure if some people are like in some languages you're supposed to say the G. It's like Gdansk, or is this Dansk, like without the G, like as if the G was kind of like
not even
not hidden, but non-verbal or not pronounced, like Dansk. I think that's how I actually think that's how like it's supposed to be said in Finnish at the very least, considering
is Gdansk
when I've
Poland
heard like
or Finland?
Poland.
Yeah.
They don't have any players in Finland.
Yeah, we don't.
Not yet.
We don't have that many players nor any regionals.
The only Finnish VGC player out there has to come to Australia to farm CP because there's no events there.
Yeah, exactly. It's that dry here.
Literally. So the regional winning team, was this during the reign of terror where Harkonine won like every regional in a row for like 7 regionals?
It was definitely in that duration. And I think for that tournament, I remember I was working together with, again, like a very, very close friend of mine, Calvin Foster, end up just figuring out that running the same stuff, but just slapping a Specs Goldengo on the team, that I think it ended up having enough bulk to live like a Life Orb Secret Sword after -1. It would end up just like giving almost, well, not an auto win, but like a very, very easy time into the mirror, where instead of Goldengo, they would have the Chien-Pao.
Which you played in finals, correct? Simone?
I did. And I ended up playing Simone like before that, so he did have an idea of like what I was going for in those games. But obviously there were some misplays made even in the finals, but the general idea is like you're just able to lead Goldengo with your fake out, if I remember correctly, or it might have been your fake out, and you just spam damage, and like they just are not able to keep up with the trades. With only having like single target damage, I believe. I guess they had Bleak Wind and maybe Dazzling Gleam, but like only a madman would bring the Fluttermane against the Dingo.
Yeah.
Just sash Fluttermane. You could threaten a Goldengo with that.
I mean, maybe it's. Maybe.
You're not
I'm not sure
killing.
if it's sash like Yeah, 2 shadow balls probably doesn't even kill Tango.
If you Terra, yeah.
What, so
yeah.
Just because you're a filthy Urshifu user, and I have resorted to Urshifu over the years, but begrudgingly, because people like Kieran yell at me to run better mons. How do you feel about the Unseen Fist nerf? How do you feel about Unseen Fist pre and post nerf?
I think it's totally justified. I mean, I think Unseen Fist should have been nerfed as we went into Scarlet and Violet. The whole reason, to my understanding, of why it worked as it did was due to Dynamax. Obviously being able to like max guard against it, and also like just having more HP, and everybody's just being beefy as hell back then. But I think for a format with no legendaries, like it just doesn't make any sense. Like I'm glad they did nerf it now. Like I'm sure that they realized it now that they've done a huge mistake.
Yeah, a bit little too little too late.
I'm very happy with it.
Yeah, I think we all are. Although it does kind of suck for Mega Golurk and Mega Excadrill because they're like breaking through Protect doesn't seem as cracked anymore when it's only doing chip. But
yes,
chip is chip.
Chip is chip.
Yeah,
that's why I love running sand.
Chip is chip. Exactly.
Chip is chip.
Yeah,
so
it's chip every turn.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that sand damage is like a 7th mon on your team. Well, 5th mon technically.
Exactly.
So I asked this question to any big name guest. And yes, you can classify yourself as a big name guest. Regional champions, right? So we want to get good at the game. This is for our listeners who also want to get good at the game. First of all, what do you have for breakfast the morning of a regional?
I don't have anything. I don't eat anything throughout the whole day of a regional. I just slam energy drinks, and if one of my mates is like, well, okay, it's been a while since I've done like nicotine pouches. My tolerances are like quite low. So I probably wouldn't do one right now, but I might pop in a poucher for like 20 seconds and just do caffeine. Like literally
20
that's
seconds
it.
Is crazy, bro.
I was going to ask if you have a finished breakfast.
I've literally timered it.
Finished breakfast.
I've literally timered it. I remember going to maybe I think it was NAIC with Calvin, and Calvin used to have like nicotine pouches back then with him, and I remember like putting one. I'm like, all right, like I've had a couple pouches throughout my like they used to be. I don't think there were Zin specifically, but nicotine pouches and like snus in general is like a huge thing in the Nordics, and it was like it was something way before the whole like globalization of Zins and nicotine pouches in general. But back then I was like, okay, well I've tried like fucking snus and like nicotine pouches when I was in like high school or something. Like this stuff surely can't beat the Odin's lightning or whatever the fuck I had back then. But then I had I ended up popping that bad boy and had it there for like 55 minutes, and bro, I was out of commission for like 2 hours for that flight because I had to lock in and stare at the seat in front of me. It was bad. So that's why I have to be very careful with them, because once it hits, it's already too late. You have to know that you have to preemptively take it out.
So you have a pure stimulant diet, energy drinks and the occasional.
Yes.
What's the energy drink of choice? Because there's a very fierce debate about the best monster flavor going on in our subscriber Discord right now. What's your favorite monster?
Okay, so baseline, like White Monster is king.
Ooh, there you go.
If you want to be a bit like nice and fancy, like the Strawberry Ultimate Dream or whatever is like pretty good too.
Yep.
Nice.
But I think the most optimal energy drink is, well, I think anything that is in the size of a Red Bull can. So I think that's like 0.33 liters or so. I think that's the that's the optimal amount, because a monster can,
it's huge.
It's
a lot of fluid.
It's huge, and you're not able to. You don't in a very bad position. You're not able to down it completely.
Yeah.
Am I the only VGC player who drinks coffee?
You could just
by the sounds.
I drink coffee,
coffee,
I don't think you drink a regional. I'll shit myself.
No, coffee's great too.
I don't drink any energy drinks, but I drink coffee every day. And at the regional, I drink coffee.
I'm an iced latte gal because obviously I'm
coffee's great.
Look, the
coffee's great too.
The monster size, right? I love all the flavors. I've rated 15 flavors so far, and I've got a 16th flavor in my fridge right now, chilling. The new Ultra Passion. Thank you, AM Gaming, if you're listening.
Okay.
And But I feel like some of the flavors, if you're like doing something with multitasking, you're not drinking it quickly. By the time you get to the bottom of a Monster can, if it's got to like room temperature warm, it gets gross. You got to drink it when it's cold, and I feel like the volume is a bit of an impairment.
Yeah. It's also just too much. Like for me, at least, it's too much caffeine. Yeah. Like I'll start tweaking. Like genuinely, like I will start like glitching. Like
I have become a big fan.
That's why you want,
Celsius.
bro.
How am I supposed to focus on the game, bro? If I'm glitching,
But Celsius, it's so hard, bro. It's so hard to find Celsius in like Central Europe. It's impossible to find. In the States, though, everywhere. Celsius, you're able to find it. Yeah, perfect. Like it's it has like 200 grams of caffeine. You'll be able to like it'll allow you to see like 2 seconds into the future. It's the perfect package.
Yeah, if I see some demons around you.
Does anyone remember that era? I would have been in my 20s, so we're talking a long time ago. You know, in that era when they brought out those Pulse drinks, so that was like energy drinks with vodka in them, and everyone used to go clubbing on a Pulse.
That's popular in the US.
I swear they took them off the market because
they had twisted.
People had heart attacks.
Yeah. No, that is not like. You're not even supposed to like. I know like vodka in Finland. Do people drink vodka Red Bulls a lot at the clubs?
Yeah. Vodka Red Bull is standard.
Like you're not supposed to have like a stimulant and a depressant. I mean, everyone does it. Like it's not gonna like kill you, but like it's not good for you. No. So like that's
Yeah, exactly.
Together is crazy. Like, and you can just get them in gas stations in the US.
Yeah.
Like I saw this video of this guy like who was like, I just realized for the last year before work, I've been drinking. I've been having 2 shots of alcohol. I thought it was an energy drink and driving to work. And I'm like, right, why is this shit at the gas station, bro? Like,
also, a bit of respect for that too, though. Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Speaking of like the stimulant and depressant, like nicotine is a stimulant too. So people that sit there and like drink and chain smoke, their body's like, what the fuck are you doing to me?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's like, it's not like horrible for you, but it's not, they're not supposed to like,
not ideal.
Everyone does it. So it's okay.
So back to the initial prompt. I feel like, of course. I haven't done the stats or anything on it, but I feel like
about 50-50 now, I
reckon it would be above 50-50, leaning towards the no breakfast stimulant lock-in.
We had an egg run.
We did have an egg and bacon run.
There was about 4 or 5 people that were like eggs for breakfast of originals, and then all of a sudden it turned into nothing at all.
Yeah. Caveman.
I think
like
eggs are actually valid.
Eggs are valid?
But like, do you get hungry?
If I would ever have anything solid, I don't get hungry obviously because you end up like having a lot of caffeine. But if there's one thing I would have to eat in the morning, it would be eggs. Like eggs is something I have almost every morning, like just in my daily life. Like I usually have like eggs and maybe
the cottage cheese, bro.
What about the cottage cheese?
Yeah, cottage cheese. Yeah, just
he's very into his cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese.
How do you shout out cottage cheese? No, it's too much protein.
It's too much protein.
I actually went through a cottage cheese fade because there was this TikTok recipe and I couldn't handle. I had to switch to low fat feta. But not about me. The eggs. How do you have your eggs?
So I used to be like a hater of like having eggs like fried or boiled or whatever, and I was like, okay, I can only eat eggs scrambled. But funnily enough, after my most recent trip to Australia, where which happened it was May, I ended up having like boiled eggs as well as fried eggs done by Sam.
Nice.
And that made me realize that like, holy fuck, like these are pretty good. So now I'm like, I don't care what it is, bro. Like, just feed me eggs, bro. Just any egg. I'm coming for you. If you're egg, like, you're done, bro.
A bit of like
anyway,
it's over.
Like, bang.
Like a bit of like crispy chili oil over an egg as well. Oh.
Nah, I could tell you
I've
your
never
eggs
had
plain.
that, but that sounds incredible. That sounds very nice. I've never had that.
You gotta spice up your eggs, bro. You gotta get creative. Get in the
kitchen. I usually do like black pepper, salt, and you have to leave the eggs like or the yolks running. I think that's the way to go.
How do you feel about an Australian staple now that we invented and everyone else in the world stole? How do you feel about smashed avocado with your eggs?
Smashed avocado. I've never had it with eggs, but in general, I think avocado is nice. But I don't think it's, well, I guess it depends, right? Like if you're calorie conscious, it's definitely not worth it. But like avocado in general just tastes very nice.
It's healthy for you though.
Like
it's
eggs and avocado,
got good fats in it.
It is healthy.
But like, if you're trying to like cut, then
yeah. But if you're calorie counting, then maybe not.
Like eggs and avocado would be like very nice. Like I'd devour that fucker like in a heartbeat.
In case you're just tuning in, this is a Pokemon VGC podcast. We are discussing eggs and avocado.
You're talking about how
it's
to
important
lock in.
stuff. It's important stuff.
Locking in.
This is the important stuff people don't talk about, the nutrition. But also, I guess I forgot to like mention it, but part of it is due to like, I feel like my like stomach does get a bit like fucked up when I'm under pressure and nervous.
Like nauseous? Like you don't, or like you run into the toilet?
Not nauseous, but like yeah, exactly. The toilet's calling. And let's just put it this way. The toilet situation this year and like for the past probably 10 years has been like absolutely horrible. The toilets are like absolutely like clogged up. The queues are literally like starting from like from the hall itself and not even from the inside area of the toilet.
God damn.
Or the bathroom. And it's just impossible to have a peaceful shit.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
like,
you can't.
You got to have your nervous shit before you get to the venue.
I try to have my coffee even earlier now so that I can force myself to like shit before I get to the venue.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not going to go
every
good.
single time. Yeah, I think I honestly have like a 10% success rate with that.
It's,
like,
I'm not high percentage either.
Like, I'm not. It's like it's not coming, and then boom, round one you play. It's like, wait, hold on, somebody's calling. Oh, it's the fucking shit. Oh my god.
That's when the disconnects are happening as well. When you need to shit the most, and you got to replay your game 5 times. Man.
I swear to God, it's like I'll even shit before the event starts, thinking, I'm good now. Get to the event, it's like round one, all just being in the fucking building. It's like, it's time to shit. I'm like, what? I'm fine. I'm not even nervous.
Not yet.
Yeah. And like the round ones, bro, when you know the disconnection's happening, the Italian player next to you or whatever the fuck starts talking in their own language to their own friends, and you know what the fuck's going on. Like the situations is not great. The situation, at least in Australia, you understand what the others are saying.
I was going to say, some of the things that have come out on Twitter from like recent regionals and stuff regarding like
toilets,
bathrooms has just been mental. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, Australian, we're not that densely populated, I suppose.
No, we have a lot of toilets.
Never
but there's always a secret toilet. It might be a bit of a walk away.
Yeah.
Every time I scout out the secret toilet.
Scout the secret one.
I just have a peaceful.
That is part of the procedure.
Yeah,
for sure.
There's one in Melbourne. The one in the Melbourne Convention Centre that me and Dan Baguli, co-panelist, he and I know the secret toilet.
I wonder if we have the same secret toilet at Melbourne. I don't want to leak it on the podcast.
So good.
I don't think I can say it.
No, we don't.
We can't say it. We can't say it.
No. We put that behind a paywall.
Don't leak the source.
$100 and you get the toilet location.
Yeah, you get the toilet.
Yeah, if you give me $100,
like,
if you give me $100, I'll tell you where the toilet is.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because I struggle to shit if someone's like, if I can audibly hear someone in the cubicle next to me, it's like it's harder to shit.
It's pretty fucking my eye. Like it is pretty fucking my eye when somebody's like fucking spray gunning. Like it's like it's like you actually transform into the my eye emoji, or it's just kind of like like
locked in.
The fuck. But yeah.
I'm just like trying to hold my breath. Like, please, can you do like a courtesy flush or something?
Yeah.
Like,
no, man, that's where you just go round for round and match them.
No.
You got to prove who's the biggest man in the toilet.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. That's how you get CP, kids. The alpha shitter.
Yeah.
If you're not going to win the shit battle, how are you going to win the regional?
It's true. Like, you got to be a winner.
You just got to rock up to regionals and win every interaction.
Yeah, that's the mentality. That has to be the mentality going forward.
Okay, so win regionals, you don't need just any drinks, a bit of nicotine and a prayer. That's all you need, and maybe 7 weeks of training.
Some prep work probably wouldn't go astray.
Do you write down any notes during your tournament run?
No, I do not. I think notes are like, they just distract me. I'm able to focus more on the game itself.
That's a pretty common answer.
I don't have to write anything. Usually the all the important details, apart from like Sucker Punch PP is probably the only one that like it maybe would be better to actually have a notebook next to you. But then again, in the moment, you probably don't like even consider writing it down. But I think every other like important piece of information actually is like displayed within the game when it comes down to like weather turns or tailwind or trick room or whatever. You're actually just able to double check them these days. So it's like, why not do it?
Well, Kieran, you famously, when you won Melbourne in 2024, the whole regional, you wrote one note that said his flutter main faster. When you won in 2024, this regional Melbourne regionals this year, you were the finalist, so you're the runner up. Did you write any notes this time?
No, I mean, like that was like very early into like my like career in playing. Not like very early. It was probably like a year playing like seriously, just a bit under a year of playing seriously. So like I was like trying it because like I was like, it makes sense that taking notes would be good.
Yeah.
So I was like, but I literally just wrote down like, my notes were chopped. Yeah, like
you just got to get better. You just got to get better at short term memory building.
No, but like you just don't need them. Like, I like in top. I took that note in Swiss. The funny thing you're referencing, but like I didn't take top notes in Top Car. I haven't taken notes at tournaments since. I'd rather just focus on the turns. And
so you're not going to buy one of Wolf Glick's notepads?
Nah. I'm sure like people, like I'm sure there's like demographics of people who get value out of that. Like, Wolf takes notes in the tournament. He's the best player. So, like it's just personal preference. Yeah. It's just personal preference.
I think you got to be really time efficient. I find myself writing stuff down and then going, fuck, what move did they use? Who went first? Like, yeah.
It has to almost be like an automatic procedure that you do. Like when you write down your notes, you're able to just like connect what you see and write that down. And like while you're writing, you also need to like think about what you're going to do. Like if you're able to multitask, thinking about what you're going to do and then write down the notes, then it like, I guess in theory, it's just better to have shit like on text in front of you. But
yeah, for sure.
In every other case, I feel like if you have to even consciously think a bit about what you're writing down, that always takes away from the time that you're like, you should be thinking of your, action within the game.
Okay, let's go. So next season, so you won Gdansk. I'm still saying it the way I want to say it.
Yeah.
Next season, top 8 at LAIC in Sao Paulo. You got second place at Birmingham Regionals. Beloved Kyoga back in the fray. Hopefully he had his glasses on. Please tell me you didn't lose in the final to a Kyoga miss.
He did.
Yes.
Fuck.
I did.
Talk us through that moment.
And, I mean, it was like, I think I did end up like talking about that turn. I think I was supposed to do something else during that turn. I like briefly considered like just clicking Ice Beam. That came up when I was like just reviewing the game with my friend Calvin then, because like the Orgapon was still died. I was quite unsure in the moment. Like it just is one of those things where like, for a fact Origin Pulse will kill if it were going to like hit. So I ended up just going for it. It was pretty fucking moya, if I have to be honest. Like it's just, but it is one of those things. Like I guess you just have to, take it.
It is the game we play.
But yeah, like I do remember. Like I remember in one of the earlier sets where we got the confirmation that like my Rillaboom ended up being actually faster than his Ogre Pawn. And for context, my Rillaboom had drum beating, which lowers the speed of your opponent by 1. And I remember like being in that position. There was one play where I think he could have like Draco Meteor at the Rillaboom and then gone for Ivy Cudgel into the Kyogre. But if I remember correctly, like my Kyogre had a very, very like high chance of being able to survive that even in rain, and just being able to get the Ogre Pawn KO as well as the Origin Pulse chip on Miraidon would have put me in an amazing position. But yeah, like it just is one of those things. Like you will have to go for it in hindsight. Like I would have been more mad at myself if I didn't click Origin Pulse, had clicked Ice Beam and say the Ogre Pawn would have lived on like 2 HP. Like I would have been just cursing myself.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess you got to go for those.
You always take that. You always take that. I completely agree.
Yeah, and I think towards the like end of the game, there were actually a couple cases where like, since I ended up connecting 2 Origin Pulses, I think on Miraidon, it was actually like a roll from Surging Strikes to kill it as well later on. So I did have like outs to actually win the game from that point onwards. They just didn't end up like happening. It was kind of, I like to think of it as destiny. Like it was supposed to happen. I remember in game 2, like I think he got a 6.25 roll to like just kill my like Amoongus with Ivy Cudgel straight away too. Like it's just is what it is. Like like it was not the regional for me to win.
Well, I'm sure you'll have more opportunities.
Hopefully.
When
hopefully.
This season,
did you skip 2024 Worlds where you top cut?
No, yeah.
Oh, okay. So 2024 Worlds, you got 14th. So top 16 at Worlds,
which is top cut. He lost to Diego,
which again with Kyogre, your beloved.
I played against Diego where I think on the last turn of Trick Room, I called he's like Urshifu to switch out. I end up like attacking, which meant that I end up getting like 2 Origin Pulses into his Indeedee, but the second Origin Pulse on the turn that Trick Room end up whiffing. Just lost that. Top 16 to Origin Pulse miss 2. I remember like I would have been faced into Michael Durbesti in top 8, and I believe that I would have had a fairly good matchup considering the Zamazenta Chien-Pao teams only had like Raging Bolt realistically. I'm not even sure if he had Raging Bolt then, but they only had like a very few tools to actually like deal with Urshifu in Rain, because Urshifu in Rain next to an Amoongus would just be able to par through, like it would do like 50 to Zamazenta, it would kill Ogre Chien-Pao, like
he didn't even have Amoongus either.
Yeah, so like it would have been a great time for me in terms of a matchup where like I would have not even had to rely on Origin Pulse, but you know, it happens again. Like it happens 2 times.
Future opportunities.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Diego, you ruined his Worlds run if you're listening. Diego does listen. And I will say, like, considering the teams that Diego builds and uses and the results he gets a lot of the time, it's like, I think it's a testament to Diego as a player that he does well despite his teams. That's all I'll say.
Some of his teams are good. I think like the restricted format teams are like good, but then like sometimes, sometimes I'll be sometimes I look at the team sheet and I'll be like, all right, you know, like, all right, but you know, he plays them well. So shut up.
He does. He's a much better player than me and much better looking. All right, so now to the season. So top 8 at Frankfurt Regional, 9th at Las Vegas Regional, 5th at LAIC, 25th at Prague, top 4 in Melbourne, 47th at NAIC. I think it's safe to say you've got a fair bit of CP this season. So are you going to Worlds?
Yeah, I'll be going to Worlds this year. The whole idea with this season was to like power through all the events in the like first part due to having like a full-time internship from like December to April. I knew I'd be like I initially assumed that I would not be able to prepare at all since like the hours were like pretty fucking gulag. But I still ended up figuring out like a couple of days out from EOIC that like I could have actually set more time for myself to actually prepare, and like I believe I kind of used like the whole situation as an excuse to not like prepare for that tournament. It was the only tournament I played during the time I was working, but for the later part of the season, I kind of like picked up on that and thought that, okay, well, in any case, like I will have time if I actually like dedicate and put time to like preparing for a tournament. And that's why I tried to do, especially for Prague and Melbourne, the preparation amount was pretty intense and like huge in terms of hours.
Was it though? I feel like Melbourne, you kind of just rocked up with your Prague team to go to a Bucks night, decided to play and like accidentally went top 4.
Look, that was, you know, from the outside it may seem so, but internally, obviously with that team, I had brought it to the 2025 Worlds the year prior, and a lot of like groundwork had been done in regards to the team, and a lot of best of 3s and a lot of practice, whatever had been done. So from the outside, it might seem so, and it was pretty. I'd consider myself to have taken the Bucks night quite tamely. Like, I don't know, probably had like maybe 7 standard drinks, like a couple darties. It's a pretty mild night. Didn't get too fucked up, and then managed to spawn up on Sunday and lock in.
I play better when I'm hungover. It's a statistical fact.
Is it okay?
Is that because you're usually doing side events?
Surely, yeah, but like that doesn't. Come on, like surely
that's good.
I don't know. Yeah. Statistically might be true, but
Stats don't lie, bro. Stats don't lie.
Stats do lie.
Yes, I mean stats don't lie. Sometimes they do. The
stats don't lie, except for when they do.
What's the right causality?
Causality, yeah.
Would be the causality. Yeah. Might not be there.
Yeah,
but yeah.
All right.
Hey,
maybe it is.
Whatever you think.
Bro. You never know.
Yeah. Whatever I think.
Yeah. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Yeah.
Well,
maybe it is.
We're here to figure out what you think, right? So, Worlds format, regulation MB. Yeah. I'm assuming you've been dabbling in the lead up. It's a very long road to Worlds, but I'm sure you've been, testing the waters. What are we thinking about MB? Are you liking it?
I think MB is initially. I did think it was going to be quite different, but the more I play and the more I talk to my friends, like to, for example, Kieran and to Lewis and other people, I think the format ended up like being a copy of MA with just a couple different like items on these like very, very popular archetypes, and then like a couple other archetypes maybe popping out. For example, like I think Rain would be the biggest one, where like now I feel like Rain has a definite like very defined core around. Yeah. If you want to play hard Rain, you probably play Swampert. But obviously, like there was a Rain team in MA too. I just end up having like a Basque Legion and Archaladon on it. But it almost feels like the established archetypes are the same, but they just like some of them, like okay, not some of them, almost all of them just had or got a power boost of some sorts.
Yeah, it's the
like
same.
They've just you have like Life Orb Chomp now.
I was literally about to say they've just all they've done is put Life Orb on Garchomp.
Yeah, that's how it feels. That's
pretty much. Like Life Orb Chomp is like the biggest one, or Life Orb Basque, and then like on Rain teams you have Mega Swamp. Like you have a dedicated Mega for Rain.
Yeah,
these days.
Like, I think we need to give it more time as well, because I think like one thing I was thinking about is like all these like early online tournaments, right? Like we know like Big Six is like winning and like variants and all that, but like if people are trying to win the tournament, they're going to use the team that they're like most experienced in, that we know is still good in the format, instead of like, so I'm hopeful, like I'm probably like a bit like doubtful, like Owie, like I've talked to Owie about it a lot, but I'm hopeful that we'll see some developments.
I reckon someone's just going to
a little bit
someone
of a shift.
will rock up to someone will rock up to Worlds.
Fuck Big Six.
Someone will rock up to Worlds Wolf Glick style with a fucking Mega Steelix or a fucking Toxapex or Mamoswine or whatever bullshit he brings that tournament. But someone of like his caliber will just rock up with some crazy shit.
Yeah, I'm hoping that that's what it's like. Like that.
I think there's actually a chance of like, since the format is quite standardized, and okay, we'll have some meta development, of course. Right now it's still June as of the recording of this video, but like there will be a lot more time to develop the format. But I do think since the format is like quite centralized, we could have like somebody rock up to Worlds with a like pretty cracked team and just slice people up.
Yeah,
it'd be fun to watch. What is do you have any hot takes for anything, like any spicy mons that you think like are being a bit slept on in Reg MB that you could see like doing well?
So I think there's maybe a couple. I think Mega Mobile now has given Heart Trick Room like real agency. Like now it exists, and it's an archetype that can actually like do some damage. And usually with Heart Trick Room, the whole way the team works is usually, you have your strong pieces, and since you play like a very, very like thought out flow charted game, if you do have the right pieces and you have the right amount of damage, you're able to steamroll the opponent. If they don't have the exact pieces to stop you, you'll just win. There's not much the opponent can do. And I think with the additional mobile, like Heart Trick Room does become a bit scary.
Don't do it, Owie. Don't do it. You're going to get a play rough miss in the final.
No. You'll never. I'll never do it. You'll never catch me running Heart Trick Room for real.
Okay.
But the other one, I guess, maybe is like Goldengo. Initially, I thought it was like very, very much like nerf to the ground, but I do actually think that like it has some like good uses. I think you just have to play it a bit differently, and it still has those like core qualities what made Goldengo good back then. Obviously now with the most popular matchups, you necessarily wouldn't really want to bring Goldengo against, but in terms of like wanting to make your team like shit proof, or shit proof is the best way of like saying it. I think it still like serves as a very, very great pick for that.
You just have to click Shadow Ball more. That's the new.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
The new
pretty
gold
much.
metagame.
Pretty much.
Just like, just like spell tag Goldingo.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, even
no
steal spell tag could work.
Yeah.
You just have to like lock. I was going to say, like, you just have to lock in when you click make your rain to stare your opponent into the soul, and it's like, just pretend it's still 100% accurate.
Yeah. What ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, that wasn't what nerf.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, I thought it was 100%. Yeah, I still thought it was 100%.
I think the game glitched.
What do you mean?
Judge.
Yeah. We are in that format though, where like the item power is so random with like all these random resist berries and people running cheese with quick claw and bright powder or whatever. Like you could totally see someone running a spell tag Goldingo as well.
No, I think it's real.
Yes.
I think it's real.
Yeah, because it likes its bulk, so there's a life orb.
Life orb's nice, but like spell tags, I've seen spell tag.
All right, yeah, there you go. There's the leak tech.
Spell tag Goldingo.
Please subscribe. Yep. Are you ready to be bombarded with guest questions? So if you're a subscriber to the O2 Drop and you pay as little as $3 a month to be in our Discord, you can submit questions for guests. So we dropped that we were going to interview you, and people have submitted questions. Are you ready?
Oh, wow. I'm ready.
Okay.
Sounds exciting.
Okay, let me find where the questions started. Hang on.
We are professional hosts.
We are
leaving me on the cliffhanger.
Well, I just realized our Discord has got so many channels and it's so fucking big because people starting new channels about rating monster flavors, for example. That
that's elite though. I respect that. Monster. I think there's like monster connoisseurs are people I respect when they have good taste.
All right, subscribe.
Tells a lot about the person, I think.
Subscribe and you can come discuss, white versus ultra strawberry dreams. Okay, so I'm actually team Blue Hawaiian Crush. I think that beats.
We don't have that in Finland.
Oh, mate.
No, we don't have that. Yeah,
mate. I wouldn't be plane to Australia now. Quick.
That sounds fucking insane.
Hawaiian Crush.
Okay, in Australia, the first thing I land, the thing I beeline for is
Blue Hawaii.
Fucking solo, bro. That shit's insane.
That's
bro.
actually come up.
There's a question about that.
There's a question about that.
Yeah, I'm bang. After that, hard solo. You already know.
He's already pre-fired the question.
Right. Run the questions. Run the questions. Let's go.
All right. So Dan wants to know, what is your favorite Among Us color?
A white.
White?
For no particular reason, bro. Continue.
Okay. Yep. Alistair wants to know your favorite Among Us strats, and he said that he liked your admin table one when he played with you.
Okay, yeah. So he's obviously trying to be a bit cheeky with the scouting and stuff. So
it's all metagame. It's all metagame.
Yeah, my full playbook. But I think something. Okay, it's kind of like, well, it's not patched now, but like a lot of people caught onto it. But it's the chill at the calf table for like 5 seconds, then fake the walk down, call lights, walk up to asteroid, slice somebody up, and be like, yeah, I'm fixing lights right now. Where are you guys at? That's like. It's like textbook easy stuff. Like,
all right, you're writing that down.
You're not getting that
I was
past
able
me.
to get away with
you writing that down, Alistair?
Yeah. Now it's kind of patched. Like,
it's patched.
It's kind of like, it's kind of patched.
Do you play with the
main
Australians?
Part there is,
does he play with the Australians in Among Us?
Yeah,
he does.
Yeah.
So he knows how bad Yoav and stuff are.
I do.
He experiences Yoav firsthand.
Yeah, Yoav is chopped, bro. Yeah, he actually,
he's the worst.
Yeah, he's actually chopped at the game, bro. Yeah,
can't play. Stick to Pokemon, Yoav.
Yeah.
Stick to the Special Olympics in Auckland.
God damn.
Yeah, exactly.
So
back to Auckland, buddy.
Warren, this is such a fucking random question. Warren says that he's planning to get a forearm tattoo and can't make his mind up. What would you suggest he gets for his forearm tattoo?
I do. Okay.
I would suggest not get advice from anyone else about tattoos.
No. You have to, Warren. You have to agree to get whatever he says.
Yes.
Fuck.
If you're gonna ask that question, you have to get it no matter what.
Okay. Fuck, that's a good question. Actually, I don't have any tattoos myself, and I'm not particularly a fan, but obviously, if you like tattoos, that's totally respectable. But in terms of getting something on your forearm,
please recommend to someone you don't know and have no idea what he looks like.
Just
what
say,
he should get.
Just say Kyogre, bro. Just say Kyogre.
But with glasses on.
You can't go with glasses.
Wide lens Kyogre.
I think, maybe my microphone lagged, but I think during that time, I think I said like my favorite mon is like Garbodor. So get that shit on.
Garbodor. All right, it's gonna trash bag.
You're evil, bro.
I remember, bro, there's like this clip on YouTube, I think, where it's like I can't remember. It was like a Spanish show or something, and like people just tattooed like some absolute horrible shit on each other's bodies. I think like somebody tattooed like an asshole on somebody's belly button.
Yeah, I've seen
and,
that
like
show.
It got revealed. Yeah, I think that clip. Yeah.
Oh man,
I don't want to go to that extent, but yeah,
people are crazy.
Yeah.
All right, this is a Pokemon related question. Sorry to bore you with Pokemon related questions.
All right.
Hector Steele wants to know, what is your favorite weather/terrain in Pokemon, and what is your favorite abuser of it?
My favorite abuser, just has to go to, I guess, Kyogre and Rain.
Yeah.
Rain is also something I after running the Oranguru Torkoal Slop in 2017 was a team that I ended up playing for the rest of the season with Golduck and Pelipper. So, going back to the roots, it's always there. And now, obviously, with Kyogre being the favorite competitive boy, it has to go to Rain. And was that like a combination question?
It was a slash, so you've answered the question.
All the terrain effect. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Rain would be the like my favorite like field condition.
Well, Melbourne Matt, my favorite Matt in our Discord of like the 6 Matts that we have.
Melbourne.
Yep. As a fellow Australian player, Owie, how would you change the current world's qualification system so that it was more equitable to Oceania players?
Yeah, so I think Oceania is generally being done so fucking dirty right now. Like it is pretty fucked how the circuit treats Oceania. I think first and foremost, there's been some discourse online in regards to people potentially not being from Australia attending Australian. Well, okay, there's nothing wrong with people from outside of Australia attending Australian regionals, but being on the Australian leaderboard. So something like that needs to just be enforced better. Like you can't be having people from wherever, I guess, like in this case from Japan, fake their residency. I'm not sure if that's the case, but potentially, allegedly, have situations like this come up. They need to be obviously cleared and made sure that these people actually have residency in Australia. And apart from that, I do think the invitation amount needs to be increased. Come on, tell me right now that it's chill for Taiwan to have fucking 24 invites.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
And
like,
LATAM, bro. And LATAM has 60
towards Taiwan. But yeah, LATAM is like 20 for Australia. Yeah, nice joke, bro. Like minimum 30. Like there cannot exist a world where some like Southeast Asian country that has a national qualification system has more invites than Australia and New Zealand. Like that's just a reality we shouldn't be living in. Japan is a different argument, I think.
Of course.
They obviously have like loads of players and stuff, but like Singapore and like Taiwan and like I'm not sure if Philippines have it. But yeah, like
I think they're still on the board
for them to have comparable
system.
Yeah, like for them to have comparable invite amounts to Australia just is a fucking joke and needs to be changed, I'm be honest.
Right.
Or just Australia's numbers need to be increased. I think there's like two camps in this where I think, you could go towards like worlds being more like exclusive. For example, only having like maybe 5 people per region or something like insane, where like qualifying for worlds would mean like pretty much winning a region. Well, even better than winning a regional. Everybody who gets qualified wins like prize money already, and you have like a top 16 or top 32 bracket or Swiss or something. But then there's obviously the other like side of the coin where, just increasing the invitation amounts for Australia, and honestly even taken away from some of these like Southeast Asian countries would be more fair, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think they're very aware of how many people they want at Worlds now. They're obviously like dialing in the numbers.
I think like
I feel like we have had for the last 2 years the highest, like our lowest qualifier has had the most CP, I think, out of the lowest qualifiers in any region. Yeah. So like
it wouldn't break the bank for them to put 10 more spots. It wouldn't ruin Worlds.
Yeah, like give 10 more and like take away from like Taiwan or Philippines or like Malaysia or something. Like it would be, I think, totally reasonable. And also, I think part of the problem is the fact that like Australia just like does not have enough regionals to fill the BFL. So anybody flying out of region for Australia would like it just gets an inherent advantage by being able to have an extra regional on top of each other, like on top of everybody else.
Yeah.
And like, it just like there are so many things that you could like tackle to actually just improve. Like you could even have it so that like, well, okay, maybe that's, or just lower the BFL in Australia, something like that. Like even that would be more healthy.
I think I tend to agree with that. Yeah. I think I'm not like super like, I think you just, when you look at it relatively, it's definitely unfair for Australia. Like, I mean, LATAM getting 3 times as much, and then again, like Taiwan, like no hate to these regions and their players, like you're great, but like it's just from a advocacy for Australia standpoint.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, so like if you're gonna, numbers, you can keep Australia at 20, but like make it equitable. Yeah.
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 Like,
I think Australia is, I know when we lost OCIC, we were getting low attendance levels, but like would be huge. Yeah, this season we smashed all attendance records like consecutively, regional after regional. I think Australia and Australia, New Zealand could be a region next season or the season after that supports IC again. 3 regionals and a special event.
Why don't we just say 4 regionals? Why does it need to be a special event?
Well, it doesn't need to be, but like. It's because it would most likely be run in New Zealand, so it's
Do they not have convention centers in New Zealand?
They have convention. It's just a different organizer.
It's also a budget.
Okay. Well, why can't ESL do it in New Zealand? Is it just like...
Oh, you'd have to ask ESL.
I don't know.
They'll make up some bullshit excuse.
There could be some legislation in terms of like gambling laws, because in Europe there are countries that are not allowed to host regionals, and they have to be special events due to like, well, okay, I'm sure that if TPCI or somebody were to lawyer up and like explain to these authorities that this is actually not fucking gambling, they get the prize money in, but let's face it, they will not do it. So
I think the region
might
could
be due to
support
that.
4 1,000 plus player events and an IC very easily each season now.
Yeah,
especially
considering
like our TCG numbers,
past attendance amount as well.
Yeah,
and champions,
like
I think like next year, first regional. Like, assuming it's like in like Sydney or Melbourne, like huge.
Yeah. If they get internet working,
like even just our locals attendance has popped off. we're running locals casually.
Oh yeah,
in Perth at the moment, and we've had people we've never seen before rock up to like all of our most recent events. And like
I could farm CP locally again.
There's no CP, bro.
Well, next season.
So like, champions, you can already see the effect of it on the gaming.
I mean, you just look at the numbers of people playing the ranked ladder. Like when crazy. I see it, I'm like, my God, so cool. Yeah. So many people.
All right, back to questions.
And even...
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Oh, I was going to say, like, even back in 16 and 15, to my understanding, from what I've heard from like James and Alfredo and all my other like long time Australian friends, is like the scene was popping back then. Like you'd have like huge tournaments in Australia as well. So I'm sure that like the player base is there. It just needs the right push. And right now the champions is the right push. Like I totally agree with the attendance amount potential.
Yeah, Australians, if you're listening, consider yourself pushed.
Yeah, I think from like 2013 through to about 2018, VGC and TCG Nationals was separate, and VG always had more attendance in those years. It's only in the last 5 to 10 years that switch has happened, and the TCG numbers have been far greater than VG.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
And I think that's I can't speak for many other regions, but I think it's a similar thing in at least the US, where like VG had bigger numbers and it's flipped in the last 5 years.
I remember Perth Regionals about 4 or 5 years ago, we had more VGC players than TCG.
Yeah.
It was very exciting. Okay. So Matty B, we've already answered your question. It's nothing for breakfast, and favourite monster flavour is white. Skittles, already answered your question. We talked about MB, and the hot takes are Chikro, Mega Mobile, and Goldengo for Worlds. All right. Scoot Easy wants to know, is Kieran the worst ever blackjack player you've seen?
Hey, come on, man. He doesn't know. Oh, he doesn't know.
That's yeah, like that's just not the case. I think Kieran is actually like, yeah, it's just not the case. That's untrue. I think we had a very bad streak in
it wasn't pretty.
In Melbourne.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty.
But that was nothing to do with the decisions. We're making the correct plays according to the book.
Yeah,
just an unfortunate reality. I've seen a lot worse blackjack players. For example, I think I remember. When was it? Maybe like 2023 Oceania when I was at the Crown with like Ere Taron Birdie, like one of your previous guests, good friend of mine. And like I think it was his first time playing blackjack, and I saw some horrible hands from him. So he's gotten better since. I have to give him that. But yeah, Kieran is actually like one of the better blackjack players that I.
But that's a low bar.
Thank you, Ollie. Because so what the people don't. I get so much hate from this from like everyone in the in Perth, everyone in Australia. I get so much hate because they see the result and they don't understand that I'm making like the correct play. And like I try and explain, and they're like, "Nah, you're just shit, bro." So thank you, Ollie. Scooteasy. I hope you hear this. Fuck you. Fuck you, Chris, as well. You're a hater. You're a fucking hater.
I don't like your gambling strategies either.
If you play blackjack perfectly, the house advantage is still 0.3% or something.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, I don't play perfectly. Don't get me wrong. But I play definitely above average at least.
Yeah.
But I have some bad runs.
You say fuck you. I have seen you walk up to a fucking roulette wheel with $600. I mean, like all on black or all on red or whatever.
First of all,
that is the worst way to bet.
First of all, that's not blackjack. Second of all,
but I know, but it's gambling.
Second of all, it wasn't $600. It was $300.
High risk.
And I did
that
lose.
That was for the bit, right? For the box that you sold.
Yeah. I was very upset about my 5-3 at 2025 Melbourne. So
you blew it all in the casino.
I did some silly things, but it's okay. We learned from those. We learned from that. It could have been $600 if I won.
Learn from those six.
It could have been, but it wasn't. Yeah. All right. Dim the Sim wants to know if you had to decide between never winning a major again or never having hard rated again, which would you pick?
Never winning major again.
So quick, bro. So quick.
Not even any thought to that.
Yeah.
Just give me that hard rated solo.
It's almost asking me if I'd prefer to die now or live. It's like, it's like that. Like there's no other response to that.
Hard rated is life.
Yeah. You know they've got hard rated like fucking orange, hard rated lime.
Yeah, did you try the different flavors?
Yeah, I think I tried the orange one, but I have not tried the lime. I've tried the standard as well.
I haven't tried the lime.
Hard rated is like it's ingrained deep into my heart. A lot of nice things happened while I was drinking hard rated. For example, the CSR chords. That's for Dim.
Nice. Are they?
Chords.
Yeah. Is that only in Australia? The hard rated. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
but
we have all the great. We have all good shit. All right, McGreg's.
Yeah, incredible product.
Incredible. It is. It's not bad. I'll give it that. It's not bad. McGreg's, my mushroom man. Wants to know what is one VGC take that would get you roasted on Twitter?
One VGC take that could get me roasted on Twitter and probably get like exiled would be like, is it implying that like I should come up with a take that I know for
no, like do you have any takes that
like
you think
my own personal?
Yeah, own personal.
I think so I think I'm personally I don't know how to word this like in the kindest way possible, but I do think that at this as it stands now, and from my personal understanding of how difficult it is to judge and organize a tournament. Obviously, in-person tournaments are a bit different compared to online. But from what I've heard, for example, from like Zelda running the big Zelda tours back in the day and other tournament organizers running tournaments solo, I personally believe that like the compensation structure and how judge work in general is it's kind of like being pushed out in the spotlight of being voluntary work, where in reality in 2026 judges get, I'm pretty sure about this, in the States get paid a salary as well as get accommodation, potentially travel compensated, as well as payment in booster boxes. I think the whole idea of like obviously it is like it is voluntary work to some extent, but I think they are being overcompensated, and I feel like the sort of like social standing and I guess like picture of judges like just like throwing their own life, well, not own lives away, but like kind of like taking time out of their day to like come to these events and make them possible. I think that whole like picture is false as it currently is, and I think
you have a judge who will give the counter argument now, I suppose.
Yeah,
or how do you feel about?
Yeah. I don't think that's a hot take, to be honest.
Okay. I haven't heard this discourse before.
So in 2022, there was like a big wolf tournament. I remember back in the day, and the judges ended up getting, I think, compensated almost the same amount as like a top 16 or top 32 participant in that tournament. And like compare the difficulty and like kind of the social, like what's the opposite, like the positive side of like stigma, like the
prestige,
or the opposite side of stigma, like prestige, like the social prestige of being a judge, of like, being a voluntary worker and all this kind of stuff. It just rubs me the wrong way for essentially people to do a lot less work, and like obviously like playing the game and working are a different thing, but in terms of like having to risk capital, taking a lot of time out from your day in order to practice and fly out and compete, I think it's the risk reward ratio just is not like it is so heavily weighed towards the judges for potentially not having to do that much compared to players, that I think it's something that like I personally believe should be like more of it should be pushed towards the players' prize pools.
Having said that though, I couldn't tell you, apart from like I know a couple of the judges in Australia because I see them every 3 times a year. I couldn't tell you any overseas the names of any overseas judges. I don't think there's any prestige at all in judging that I can tell. But
I feel like there's some people who make it their personality.
Okay.
Like, I'm not sure if you've seen like Professor Rex on Twitter, who's that?
Yeah.
The Pokemon Go judge, who's like, I'm going against Pokemon because this kid should have won, but he got disqualified thing. Like, he's made it his whole his whole persona was that he was a judge and that he was like a regionals like stream judge and all this sort of stuff. So you've
been a regional stream judge,
but it is maybe there's no prestige, but maybe it's more so like if that topic gets brought up and discussed. For example, like my friend James Katsaros brought it up back in 2020 when the mentioned tournament ended up happening place, and I remember he ended up getting insane amounts of backlash. So I feel like maybe I did like word it incorrectly in the beginning, but I feel like it's like a taboo subject to talk about. Okay. And I think it's something that has now gone out of hand in terms of, I think one of the years, like the judges literally got a Pokemon Center slot before the competitors. Like it is not supposed to be that way. I'll tell you that. It is not supposed to be that way. And I think talking about it online is something that like will get a lot of shit on you if you like raise a point about it. Go actually on Twitter to like debate it. Like it will not end well with you.
Well, if you think
I'll tell you,
if you think this is controversial and you want to fight with Oliver, then please comment or let us know in our DMs. We'll set you up.
I don't think it's a hot take. I think judges get looked after when they are judging these things. I will say that getting selected to judge is difficult, but like once you've been there and you've done it a few times, it is easier, and then you are looked after.
Hold on. And I've heard some rumors that the Professor Cups as well, like those online tournaments that happen, like the prize promos that get like given out in those tournaments are actually like worth thousands.
They're only worth that much because they're given out so rarely. Right, like it's a supply and demand thing. Like the card is trash.
Of course.
It could never be played in a tournament because it has such a bad effect. But it is
still money.
It is because it is so rare. Yeah.
But the main point, I guess, is like I'm starting to question whether or not the circuit is catering actually towards players and not actually it is no longer catering towards players. Rather, it's actually catering towards the like judging staff and the other staff. Whilst in reality, the whole reason the players are not the whole reason why the thing exists, but like that is the main focus, and I believe that should be the main focus.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you can make the argument for like the amount of money that VGC winners get versus TCG winners, and then like TCG winners versus Unite winners. Because like the Unite pools at ICs are like $500,000 type thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Holy
like
shit.
a TCG, if I'm not wrong, a TCG champion at an IC is 30,000 in Masters, and I think
30K
for
we get 15.
15 for VG.
Twice as much.
As
What
much.
the fuck?
Yeah.
How much do they get for regionals?
10.
What?
Yeah.
Come on, do better. They get more players. It should be somewhat relative to the player base. Yeah.
I think like
twice as much is like kind of crazy though. Because like twice as much players like does not like mean that it's twice as hard to win the event.
It's one more round.
Like that's crazy. Yeah,
because it's the 2 squared, right?
Yeah,
so like twice is literally just one more round.
Yeah, it's just one more round, huh? Yeah. There you go. That's interesting. Wow.
And 4 times is 2 more rounds.
How much do they get for winning worlds?
like $100,000.
I think 50 for TCG.
Yeah, so they roughly get 30.
Was it not? I thought it was 50 for Masters.
Yeah.
I thought it was 30.
Okay, maybe it's 30.
No. Did they increase it?
Yeah.
I think it got bumped to 30, right? For VG.
Yeah.
It's 30.
I think VG is 30 and TCG is 50. But the main point is like when it comes down to TCG is obviously the main product they're selling.
Yeah,
like if you look at it from a business point of view, like
of course.
TCG is the one where like all the revenue and all the sales are coming from. So it makes sense for them to advertise that. Yeah.
Look, I suppose it depends on how many players are getting the battle pass each month now.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Because you know
those microtransactions add up.
Those microtransactions should add up.
Look, we could debate the finances of prizing and judging all night, but we have to get 3 more questions I've got to get through. Ethan wants to know, have you ever heard of Jared Clappin? He placed higher than you at a regional one time.
One time. Was that Melbourne like last year?
So I can tell you that there are probably like, I'm not sure if there's 1,000 people who have placed higher than me at a regional, probably like in totality. But yeah, like there's a lot of people who have placed higher than me at a Pokemon tournament. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know the person, or the name is not ringing any bells.
It's a fair answer. Don't worry.
I think it was taking the piss, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So Chosen Future wants to know, when is your next VGC Masterclass coming out? He's excited for the next one.
Chosen? Is that you?
James? Yeah, I'm sure he was. James Katsaros, Chosen Future, my friend. He's always on the what's it called, the update list. Like he'll get a ping instantly as you know, the new masterclass drops. So I'm sure that he won't miss it out.
All right,
maybe but maybe after he builds me a good team, like the masterclass might appear suddenly.
All right, Katz, if you're listening,
out of nowhere,
come out of retirement because you've been retired for years. Even though he kicked my ass at regionals this year, and build a good team, and then you'll get your ping and you'll get your next episode.
Yeah.
All right, this question comes from me. I'm gonna field this one. Ask this one. So it's fuck, marry, kill mega Pokemon.
Okay. Oh my days. Okay, let's go. Sorry, did you cut out? I didn't hear the.
No. So just
that's it.
The full list.
The full list. So you got the
84 mega Pokemon or whatever it is. Yeah.
The full list of megas. You have to fuck one, marry one, kill one.
Okay.
If you want me to give you 3 predetermined options, I'm happy to do that if it makes it easier.
Just be the 3 most goonery.
Yeah, it has to be, bro. Yo, fuck, marry, kill, Metagross.
Hold on. I think just from memory, like you already know, like Gardevoir's chilling there. I think.
Yeah, probably Gardevoir,
That's the safest answer.
and Lopunny would be the like 3 most goonery megas.
Lopunny and Gardevoir definitely. I feel like.
Which one are you marrying?
Not much of a debater, but Gardevoir feels like more like marriage material, whereas Lopunny is for the Goon Deluxe. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, What are we killing? What are we killing?
There's a good answer here, I feel like.
Awesome. Yeah.
I think we are limiting our selection here. You've got Mega Delphox. That's Guna material.
Nah.
I mean, you've got Mega Frostlass. You've got Mega Mewtwo, I guess, if you're into that sort of
Mega
thing.
Mewtwo? Nah, hell no.
Mega Mewtwo X?
I mean, if you're from New Zealand, you're probably like Mega Ampharos.
Yo.
God
damn.
Mega Medicham, maybe. Mega Blaziken.
Honestly.
I thought your favorite Pokemon was Mega Sceptile.
Mega. Okay, yeah. Sceptile is my homie, but you already know I'm doing him like that. He gets the pass. I think honestly, one to kill might be fucking Scovillain. That fucker, honestly, is like disgusting, as well as, in my opinion, a bad design for the game.
Yeah, it's not.
Maybe Scovillain is one. Yeah.
Okay, so
Scovillain might be one to kill. So okay. So kill Scovillain's got to go easy.
Yep.
Marry, you already know. Gardevoir is getting married, and then for the fuck part, we're definitely going low punny.
Nice.
All right.
The Goon Deluxe, bro.
Goon Deluxe.
I appreciate that answer. The answer. I have birds like talons, feet creep me out. I feel like if you cut off Staraptor's feet, he'd be like a good looking bird.
What?
He's like emo. He's like emo.
Yo.
Is that what you're into, bro?
He's got this like closet jock look.
Tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
I haven't asked Owie the My Chemical Romance question because the bit's getting a bit tired.
I think we should retire that question.
Bedtime.
Does Jamie even listen to the podcast anymore?
I think so.
Jamie, if you're listening, let us know if you still listen to the podcast. That's all my guest questions. We probably should quickly mention what's actually happening in the Pokemon world, because there was the St Jude VGC charity tournament.
There was. Won by JoeUX9. Won by
JoeUX9, friend of the show.
Yeah.
I'll also give a shout out to subscriber and friend of the show, Jude Lee, who went 12-2 and got top 8.
Mm.
That's a pretty solid effort as well.
Was it VGC Corner got second as well?
Yep, VG Corner, second place with
tournaments literally named St Jude.
Yeah, he had to win.
Jude Lee.
He had to win.
He had to win for the bid.
When I saw he was in CUD, I was like, oh, he's got to win. Like,
Jude, if you'd won, we would have got you on the podcast. Oh well, maybe next time.
So cycling back to blackjack players, JoeUX9 is great at blackjack.
He is good. I played blackjack with him in Vegas. He's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
I imagine Justin Tang's not good.
No, he doesn't know how to play. I genuinely did not know how to play at all.
Yeah,
like,
I can see that. I can totally see that for him. So JoeUX9,
he still made more money than me, by the way. But I was picking his moves. I was picking his moves for him the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So JoeUX9 won with a regulation MA team. Basically, it was Megazard Y, Frigarath, Venusaur, Garchomp, Incineroar, Sylveon. I'm gonna guess it was a Life Orb Garchomp.
Yeah, is that the? Let's have a look. Life Orb Chomp. That's the only MB feature.
Nice.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Second place, VGC Corner, 14-2 as well. Incineroar.
Just Floette setup. Yeah.
Mega Floette, Dragonite, Sinistcha, Sneasler, Kingambit, Incineroar.
Dragonite was a bit innovative on that team.
Bit innovative. Well, usually see it on like a rain team, right?
So well, normally the 6-mon on that team's like, see a bit of Basculage and see a bit of Milotic, see a bit of double Mega, like Mega Delphox, some Garchomp.
What was the Dragonite set?
It was
usually Delphi.
Yeah, Delphi or I know Jude was using like Chomp like for MA and MB now as well. He had Lumberry Dragonite with Extreme Speed Dragon Claw, Protect Fire Punch. I think probably for the Venu Zard matchup, it's very good.
Okay, interesting.
And he also had Bold Floette.
Okay,
which is I tried this and it still dies.
To what?
Like it's just not like moving the needle. Like. Like you can EV to live Iron Head, like regardless.
But it's literally all of your EVs.
And you're doing no damage, and your defense, like you're getting a 10% boost on a very low stat, so it's low.
Maybe with Intimidate support it would live though.
Oh yeah. Like it's valid, but I don't know. I think you should. I think Modest is just better, and then you just like dump a bunch of EVs in defense and HP.
I think rather than go through every Pokemon on every top 8 team, and I was just gonna pick out. I'm gonna cherry pick some stuff. So MDB was there with Mega Aerodactyl. I love me some Mega Aerodactyl. I'm a rock slide enjoyer myself. Okay, so for Arctic Fish was there with a Goldengo. There was 2 Goldengos in top 8. So there you go. That was your hot take that it was going to be doing well in MB. There it is, getting 2 top 8 finishes. There was a Mega Gengar as well.
With Parrish.
With Snorlax. I didn't obviously watch this.
Oh, the Mr. Rishi team.
Yeah, what did Mr. Rishi do with the Snorlax?
Yeah. I don't know, but he's an entertaining streamer.
All right.
So I think
more entertaining than me?
I think you like...
Yeah.
You bitch.
I don't really know what the Gengar is doing, to be honest. Sorry, the Snorlax. I mean, you have Yawn, Perish, Trap, I guess. Yeah. It doesn't even... It's Yawn, Encore, Fissure, Protect. What the fuck?
So it's just there to just stay on the field and click Fissure.
To fish for just some cheeky KOs. I'm actually not too sure. I know there was a Snorlax plus, was it Toxapex combo or something where like you end up like trapping them with Infestation, then you get the Yawns and then you just like slam them up.
But how boring.
That was something that I was like seen on ladder.
He's got the Perish.
But who wants to sit through Infestation, Yawn, like strats?
I'll do it
as a user.
If it wins.
Look, some people like others to suffer. People are built in different ways.
But can you imagine if you had like your nicotine pouch in and you'd smashed a few monsters and you're just pinging off the wall and you had to sit there and slow down for that shit?
Yeah, like I don't know. That might be like one of the worst nightmare situations I could think of.
Look,
if I'm being honest,
if your win con is to make your opponent tilt, you got to play to your outs.
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah, I mean that is true. That is true.
There was a Rain Perish trap team. There was Eduardo Cunha. I want to say Cunha.
You cannot pronounce. It's a world champion. You got to be able to pronounce his name. Eduardo Cunha. You mistake me for someone with any knowledge of anything. Do you not know who Eduardo Cunha is?
No.
What?
Get Chris. Out of here. This is a bit.
Bro, and I'm a professional Pokemon journalist. He had Mega Gengar, Mega Swampert, Incineroar, Politoed. It's good, nice thing a Politoed and not a Pelipper, but I guess it's probably there for the fucking
Soft Perish. Yeah. Soft Perish.
Caledon, fuck you, go first. And Vivian. I do love a Vivian.
Is that Westy top 16?
The French accent.
Thank you. It's fluent.
No, it's a different.
Liam Westy VGC did play in this event, but he wasn't. I think he played against Jude. He beat Jude beat Liam in Swiss.
Nice.
What about Torviv's B-Drill?
There's also
fuck yeah.
I was about to mention that. Like,
what
the drill's crazy.
Fuck? I didn't see this. This is the
drill.
What does the drill do?
I think he posted something on Twitter where like the U-turn just like snipe shit. Like it does a lot of damage.
Because you put it on rain, so you get like the easy pivots with your like get your arch in.
But does it live would it live like a heat wave in rain?
No.
I had an early match in MB ladder where a B-drill KO'd my Farigiraf with U-turn.
I mean, that would hurt.
One shot?
One tapped.
Okay,
so it wasn't
real.
I was only like 10-10-ish on that Farigiraf, and I've since changed.
To live the B-drill?
I was like, well, this is obviously something I need to live because I'd seen the B-drill more than once on Team Preview at that point.
Okay.
But yes.
That's I put it in the chat, but that's a couple things that like Torviv mentioned about the B-drill, like being able to outspeed Adamant Scarf Basket Legion and then just uses a U-turn pivot and some defensive calcs. But yeah.
What is it? It just pivots into like a water resist or something.
Yeah.
What do we got?
Yeah, or to like get rain up for Electro Shot.
So it'll always live a -1 for Flare Blitz.
Wait, you're saying that the Basket Legion's on the same team. So you're going first with B-drill, using U-turn to get like rain in the back.
There's no Basket Legion on the team.
So there's no but
it's good to outspeed because like you can U-turn you can U-turn it and then like get in like an Intimidate or you can get in your Arch, which takes like the water attacks well if it's not boosted.
So I understand that now.
Yeah.
Jude had a Mega Garchomp. We probably should mention that.
He's been using that. He used that at Turin special event as well. He's been using that. This is his MA team, like verbatim. I think he switched the item on Gambit.
Yeah, again, like MA.
It's just MA.
MA seems to be dominating. Yep.
Well, it's because people know it, right? And like the best teams of MA are still going to be good in MB because there's not enough changes to make them bad.
Yeah, low level variants.
Of course. Yeah, but people will figure stuff out. I pray.
Yeah.
You pray?
It's what?
I will figure something.
Nearly 2 months until Worlds at the...
It's like exactly 2 months.
Yeah.
Like literally, it's like the last week of August.
Last week of August, yeah.
Yeah, so 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Sorry, not 2 weeks. 2 months. Yeah, 28th of August.
Mm-hmm.
Less than 2 months. There you go.
Yeah.
24 hours
Exciting
on a
stuff.
plane just to be there for 4 days, baby.
Why you could have gone for? You got kids.
Yeah. I'm doing the old in and out for Worlds.
Responsibilities.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's all good.
Ollie, did you get caught up in reading any of the Google 1-star reviews of Pokemon Champions that have been populating social media since Pokemon Champions came out as the mobile phone app?
From the affectionately nicknamed tourists.
The tourists have been rating them one star on Google.
Tourists.
And I don't know if you've read any of these, but my God, it's funny. I'm reading out one now. After playing for a while, I realized that this game is entirely scripted. Anyone playing should keep in mind that if you win one match, you're bound to lose the next. That is simply how the game mechanics works.
True.
The developers want us to spend as much time as possible on the game. That's why they gathered up to playing for about 3 weeks. Like, that's not how Pokemon works, mate.
No.
You're just getting beaten by someone better.
Because you just cannot, why is there a leaderboard then and people have twice as much elo as you, bro? I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Very hilarious. I mean, honestly, they might be AI comments if I'm being honest.
That's not a real person.
People, this is all right. So why is it that this game has a habit of finding the perfect team to beat you? The trainer always seems to know what Pokemon you're going to bring and they know what moves you're going to press. The matchmaking in this game is broken. There's no way 10 trainers in a row get the drop on you right out of the gate. Would not recommend. Not fun to play.
Your team shit, you're shit. Try harder.
Yeah.
They are so good, man.
Yeah. Game favors the other players after a point. Every move starts to miss, never land status effects, but they can and will. Another example, I tried Thunder 3 times and all missed. And the opponent, of course, landed their Fire Blast.
That's actually unlucky.
Yeah, statistically
that is unlucky, but why are you using Thunder, bro? Control the variant. Stop using Thunder. You don't have rain, clearly.
After two
Thunder in Sun.
Yeah, a dry Thunder. After 2 consecutive days of it being rigged to cheat, it's rigged to cheat someone. Mega Beedrill isn't faster than Mega Charizard, so your game's broken. You owe me my money back.
Okay, I don't even know what to say about that one.
Be a tailwind up, bro. That's no, I don't think people understand the point of the game, right? This person once I reviewed, no open world adventure, only battle and it keeps repeating. Complaining about disconnecting.
Bro, I got 20 games to recommend this guy. I got 9 generation of games to recommend this guy.
Yeah.
I started the game up as soon as the game launched, and already there are cheaters swarming. 2 out of 10 players I've matched with were able to put my Pokemon to sleep as soon as they started losing. And also, all the sign-in options would freeze, so some people might not be able to access. The people are disconnecting. I can understand the disconnecting complaints.
Yeah.
But
valid.
Yeah.
They're not understanding how Pokemon battles are actually meant to work. They're thinking it's going to be like a one-player adventure. They're going to walk into the open world and battle a Weedle and be able to and destroy it.
It's not advertised as that, but it's funny because these people making these comments is my experience that I had in 2014 when I just rocked up to Perth Regionals after spending a month or 2 training Pokemon in game, and I just thought I knew what I was doing, thought I was doing the correct thing, and I got smashed.
Yeah, it's just a learning curve.
It's I understand what you're going through, but you haven't done any groundwork to understand the game at all, and you're just jumping in and complaining.
Not taking accountability. Yeah.
It's very funny.
People never play Pokemon.
Literally, this person, game is fun. Glad they're funny and made a 3D Pokemon game for mobile, but the game is truly unbalanced. It's not just this game, it's the mainline games too. Too many double weaknesses, too many Pokemon learning moves they shouldn't. Bro, you can look up what Pokemon learn what moves. It's not hidden. There's no solo missions like in Pokemon Pocket where you can train or practice your setup.
I think that's a fair criticism to have some solo missions.
Yep.
Having a battle tower to earn titles or earn VP or whatever would
stuff,
before you hit the ranked ladder.
This guy's kind of valid. He says he didn't enjoy this game. There are no proper tutorials explaining what to do with the coupons or everywhere to find and use them. I didn't actually know what to do with tickets and coupons initially first. I can understand that. But then it gets a bit more unhinged.
That's actually a good point.
He's complaining that there's no gym leaders, no Team Rocket, Team Plasma.
Team Rocket.
There's no...
all right.
There's no progression.
Right. He had us in the first half.
He's a bit of an old... Yeah, but the ad just keeps going. He's this guy's I could have sworn in the video ads, I could have sworn that I saw Pokemon being merged together. There's none of that. You're limited to 3v3 battles. There's no story. The menus look backward and clunky and simple. You should have just added this entire game as a battle feature in Pokemon Unite. It's obviously you already stole a majority of the content from your night.
Wow.
Awful cutscenes.
Jesus
True.
Christ.
The cutscenes are awful.
They are so bad.
They
Yeah,
are.
but
They are.
The cutscenes in
I
every
skipped all of
Pokemon
them.
fucking video.
Yeah,
Any
I've not
Pokemon
watched a
video game is bad.
cutscene. I have not watched
Yeah.
a cutscene.
Everybody
Yeah,
check out our
they're
most
chops.
recent stream where Chris sees the Master Ball cutscene
For the first time. I was like, who is this
Oh
bitch?
my days.
Did you skip it?
No.
I think I skipped the Champions cutscene.
But honestly, if you want to like have a good chuckle for 5 minutes, go on Google, filter. You can filter ratings by star rating. Go to 1 star and enjoy.
Go to your Play Store and have a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I might actually do that.
There's obviously people
Yeah.
are doing 1-star ratings on both the App Store and Google Play. So both Apple and
Yeah.
Android stores are getting the same treatment from
So good.
from the first timers. It is very funny. I empathize with them, but like you live in an age of
Get good.
information,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you've just decided to not.
Like you're being
Find
ignorant.
any.
Like you have a phone to leave a review on Google, you can use Google.
How do I
Yeah,
play
legit.
VGC? Watch one wolf video
Just
and like
look
have
up.
a modicum of idea.
There's so much information you need to consume. Like to be
Yeah.
fair,
Just-
but just don't start complaining about it. Like
Yeah, just
just don't
subscribe.
play the game.
Subscribe to the O2 Drop, and we'll teach you everything you need to know. We've got tutorials in our Discord, kind of. Alistair, you still doing those, please? All right, in the Twitter drama that happened, so Racco Lab.
Oh yeah, this is bad.
This is bad. So Racco Lab, they're from Japan.
So what's this?
They posted an app that they've designed.
I saw
Basically,
this.
you can have an app that when you're playing Pokemon Champions on your phone, damage calcs will come up on the screen, so you can actually look at their
It's
6
an
Pokemon.
overlay.
It's an overlay. It has their 6 Pokemon, your 6 Pokemon, all the moves that they could have, and all the sort of the common defense spreads and stuff, right? So you can plug in an attack, and you can get a quick damage calc and see whether something will be, how much damage it'll do to one of the Pokemon on the other team, and you can change which Pokemon.
like the Holodex plug-in for Showdown, but as an overlay on your phone.
Yeah.
So
right.
something like this will be the reason that mobiles are not allowed at regionals.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, I get the idea for like casual players who are playing, the people, I'm not looking at anyone in this room, the people that sit there at work and play Champions at work and like just want to have a good time and they want to do some damage counts on the fly.
Sorry, we can't imply that anyone in VGC has a job.
True. And I don't play VGC at work. I'm the only one in the world that has a job. Me and
That
Marcus
word is
Dion.
banned.
That word is banned. But this is pretty diabolical. Surely Big Pick is going to do some sort of legal action or something.
But like,
No,
it's this. Okay, I know it's like Pokemon now, but on Showdown, like a lot of people use like what you referenced,
The Holodex or
Showdex.
whatever, yeah,
It's the same
Showdex,
thing.
yeah.
It shows you the damage calcs.
But this is an official form. This is an official
Yeah.
software to be used for tournaments.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna ban that. Yeah.
So consider this. Pokemon Go has had overlays for like a full decade now, and they have been unable to stop it. I
Really?
know that you can program apps in some way that like it prevents pop-ups, but it prevents their permanence, I think. So
Okay.
like, for example, if you were playing Pokemon and then you finish a game and you like go and do something else, if you went back to it, it would have closed itself and then come back in. I think that's how they do it. But as a tool, I don't think it's a problem. As something that people could have at a tournament, it's a very bad thing.
Have people actually, because I don't follow Pokemon Go at all, right? Do people get pinged at tournaments for using these
No, they
overlays?
get given a phone. to
Oh, they
play.
don't. Okay, right.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Pokemon Go is usually tournament organizer provided phones. Unite, they have a list of like 12 different phones that you are allowed to have
Mm-hmm.
that you can use.
They play on the phone.
Yeah, because it's faster than Switch.
Huh.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Or if you don't have a phone, they'll
It's
give you
pretty weird.
they'll give you a tournament provided phone. So like you can't provide 1,000 phones to VGC
No.
players. So I think what we will find for VGC tournaments is that they most likely just ban phones.
That may.
Or if they don't ban phones,
We'll be Switch exclusive.
I think
Sure.
Switch.
yeah.
Like, just
I think that'll probably.
like we'll never have phones on VGC.
We talked
Yeah.
about how
I don't think.
the VGC is going to pick up. VGC is going to pick up with champions. We've already seen a spike in numbers, online events, and in-person locals. the casual players out there might not have a Switch, so this actually theoretically could detriment turnout.
Oh, absolutely, it will. Yeah,
but if you actually think about it, the whole picture, I think the casual player base who's growing or is going to like explode from the release of Champions, right? I feel like those people might still be a bit hesitant, like going to regionals and actually traveling, getting a plane, getting a hotel, doing all this kind of stuff. So I think it'll be something that if people truly want to do, like they will then be able to get themselves a Switch to play it on. And since you're able to, I believe, like transfer the data and everything, like it, like logistically it won't be that hard. Rather, it's just like a cost in terms of like money.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense for Nintendo to want to push people towards getting the hardware.
Yeah, maybe they can increase our price.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe they could
compensate us.
Maybe
it would be very good for us.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, it's just all those kind of plugins and like overlays and everything, as you mentioned already. Like, I just don't see a future where, unfortunately, VGC would be on another device than the Switch.
Yeah, and the amount of hypervigilance you would need from judges, it would be annoying as a player.
Yeah,
to have someone constantly over your back.
You'd actually have to do a job.
I
said the band word as well. Yeah,
I have to earn all that free, flights and prizing and stuff that they get.
Yeah.
I will note that on this Racco Lab app Twitter post, they got a lot of traction. People commenting. Dim the Sim VGC was very quick to ask, when is this going to be available in Australia?
Let's go, Dim.
Yo, Dim.
Dimitri Koziaris.
Dim. He got exposed.
No one cheater.
Dim's trying to cheat at the regionals, man. I know you, bro.
Dim, not
is this
again,
coming out
bro.
for Worlds? Is this coming out for Worlds in Australia?
Not again, bro. Spending too much time with Jude. All right, so
oh my,
Jude will take it. He won't care.
You're just catching the absolute strays,
catching strays. No one is safe with me. I have no filter whatsoever. Poor Joel with his editing.
I respect that.
Thank you.
I actually respect that.
I'm going to give. Usually I do a segment Tweet of the Week. I've got a joint winners today for Tweet of the Week. First of all, to Solly. At Solly Solitaires tweeted, "My boyfriend opened the house door and said, 'After you.' So of course I used eruption at full power."
That's good.
I like that. That's good. I like that. That's very good.
It was very good.
All right.
And what's your second winner?
My second tweet of the week comes from at Boring Business. So this is a football World Cup reference, or soccer if you're American or Australian listening. Boring Business tweeted, "Japan and Germany eliminated on the same day. Last time this happened was in 1945.
Yo.
Oh, God.
Shout out to
I instantly saw where that was going.
I love a World War II reference.
Shout out to
It's been a while.
Shout out to the Netherlands, unable to win a penalty shootout at the World Cup.
Yeah.
Is it like they've never won one ever?
I was watching.
Not ever, but like the last 3 times it's happened to them, they've been eliminated, and it happened again this morning.
Skill issue.
Yep.
I was watching the Germany game, and I stayed up until like 2:30 or something just to watch Germany losing the pens. Man, it made me feel some emotions. I'll tell you that.
Not even
pretty fucking
lost
tough
to Paraguay.
Yeah,
not even we lost to Paraguay.
We did like some half-assed draw,
exactly.
wasn't it?
Yeah, but we did what we needed to do. We didn't need to score a goal. We just needed to make sure they didn't.
I mean, the game is more exciting if someone fucking scores. If you pay, because you think about your money.
You're watching football, soccer. Like
true. You deserve it. But you think how much money because I know that people have complained about World Cup ticket prices, right? You imagine how much money you've paid for flights to America. You've managed to get to the stadium and into your seat without being shot. You've paid for like overpriced beer or whatever. You sat down for an 80-minute game. It's actually not an 80-minute game anymore because they got fucking hydration ad breaks. But my point is,
That's true.
All this money to watch your favorite country compete to qualify for the next round of the World Cup, and they just phone it in with a wishy-washy half-assed.
So, okay, did you watch the Australia game?
Were
you not hype?
No, because I don't care.
No, I don't. By the way, I watch zero football at all, but I really like watching Australia in the World Cup every World
because you're
Cup.
patriotic.
Yeah. I like watching the Australian sports.
Right, I wonder if Joji was watching and cheering on Australia.
Yo.
Yeah.
So no one's fucking safe.
God damn.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay.
no one's safe.
But I was hype when it was 0. What do you like? Is the goal not to win?
My issue is not that. Like my issue is that
That's like saying
there's a happy medium.
shouldn't
All right, basketball, dog shit, too much
basketball's
scoring.
the best sport
too
by
much
far.
scoring.
No,
Way too much scoring. They might as well stay at 80 all and then play 1 minute and then just see who wins. Right?
What
Soccer,
are you talking about?
Not enough scoring. There's like a rugby's like a really good sweet spot.
Look, I think that's a fair opinion.
Maybe you
to have.
enjoy ice hockey. Ice hockey generally has like it would fall into the sweet spot that you're trying to describe.
Sweet spot. Now, they're all hot. All ice hockey players, for some reason, hot. They fight. There's punching. There's entertainment. You know, like
why don't you watch ice hockey then?
They've got weapons.
They've got weapons.
Look, if there was a local ice hockey team to cheer on, I would.
Okay,
there is.
The opponent gives you some shit. You just fucking deck him.
There is a national ice hockey competition.
We don't even
Australia.
have snow.
We have 4 ice rinks.
Where are they
in Perth.
training? The fucking like Malaga ice rink.
Yes.
Okay.
That's where that's where our city team is.
Really?
They're not the Bears. What are they? Oh, there's something.
Okay, fact checkers that listen to our podcast, let us know what the Australian ice hockey teams are called.
There's an Australian ice hockey league.
Okay, I believe you.
Just ask Grok, bro. Just ask Grok. Hey, Grok.
Fuck rock.
Oh my lord. Okay, before we hit 3 hours, we should probably wrap up.
Yeah. I think I've hit all the talking points.
That was a long time.
Actually, Oliver, do you agree that Gavin Markles is responsible for getting OCIC cancelled? Seeing as you're such an advocate for us getting more events, I just wanted your thoughts.
Oh my god.
Okay, so what's sort of the background? Well, I mean, obviously he did win OCIC.
When he won OCIC,
what was sort of the angle?
In his winners interview, he made the comment that I've won the smallest event of the year and I'm on top of the leaderboard. That is the summary of what he said in his winner's speech, because it was very early in that season, OCIC, I think.
Yeah. Wait. That's like kind of crazy thing to say. Because the season started in like January and OCIC was like early Feb.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there were several European and US regionals prior to OCIC. Yeah. So it was the lowest attendance. And he got 500 points
Having
for winning.
said that, though, it was a stacked event.
It was.
The names there were very good.
It's huge, like names-wise.
Look,
like Oliver Eskolin.
I think.
Yeah, I heard he's pretty good.
Yeah,
I heard he's the best player in Finland.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that too. That was a Bomboclad Deluxe tournament. Anyways, from mine. Anyways, I think the person to blame is the alleged Taylor Swift concert or whatever. That's the one. That's the one that got OCIC.
Was that that year?
They changed the date
to the flights. Yeah.
Did we have Melbourne in the same?
Yeah.
Oh, is that actually the reason?
Sure, we'll blame Taylor Swift. You know what, Taylor Swift, you're on the list.
And that's what the streets were saying.
Yeah.
That's what the streets are saying.
Wow.
All right, maybe Gavin and Taylor were in cahoots.
And then and then after that they were like, oh wow, nothing actually happened with no OCIC. Well, I will just keep it this way. But obviously, that's just an American point of view. They don't see.
We'll get so many numbers with
around the ocean.
Like when the prize money increase, and like I mean, we have heaps of people from Japan coming to our regionals. Yeah. Like for an international where you just need to get top 4 now, you don't need to win. Like the prize money is so much higher, so you're like return on investment so much.
Yeah.
Like we'll get so many Japanese players.
Yeah,
it'd be sick. Like we'll get easily like. 100. We get way more people than LAC. Oh, way more people.
OCIC would be mini worlds, bro. Mini worlds.
It'd be huge. Like maybe even Hobbit would play an Australian event for once.
If he's not casting.
Okay. Final thought from me. What we do with our final thoughts and shout outs. I just want to know cooked or cooking for Owie.
Oh my God.
I want your expert opinion. Cooked or cooking, right? So we all know the hype about Star Raptor. It's a bit of a fake hype, but like people are doing dumb shit like, side charm, side tickle, I don't know, whatever the fucking they're doing, right? So someone leads Whimsicott Star Raptor. They think, okay, they're going to do some like Mega Star Raptor side charm shit, right? But it's Scarf Final Gambit Star Raptor and you click Trick Room with Whimsicott.
Hate.
And you get Mega More in the back.
I lost to that.
Did you?
I actually think that might be heat, bro. I might be.
Well, I didn't know what to do.
CTS, yeah.
I respect that more. I respect that more than the fucking charm self CC spam, where like you just boost up your attack and your defenses. I actually respect that. The final game.
Wasn't that a Japanese team from a?
There's like a few. Well, I played it like once, like on one of my first days playing Champions. And then I lost to it. But then I started to notice.
Yeah.
If there's a slow mod on the team, it's a final gambit's the round. And then like I just like if they don't get that, like if you know, like they literally can't win the game ever.
Yeah.
Right?
You just like, I guess you got to predict the final gambit target. You could just protect and then like encore the whim or something, or I don't know.
I can't remember what I did, but I've been there since.
I mean, that team is super susceptible to fake out taunt.
Yeah. Once you know what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, if you can spot it, yeah.
Anyway, that was my one cooked or cooking. But yeah, it's my sleeper pick. I swear to God, Sableye is cracked. I've just been beating like Mega Swampert. What's that? You got Rain Up? Great. Quash. Get fucked, nerd. Back to the pavilion. Like, it's so good. Quash Sableye is goated. That's my pick. And Population Bomb Mousehold. What's that? You got Mega Charizard? No, you don't. It just took 10 hits to the face. Get fucked.
Wide Lens being back has definitely
Wide Lens Pop Bomb.
Shout outs to Sableye. Shout outs to Sableye. Carried top 8 run Frankfurt this year, actually. Shout outs to Sableye.
I'd love to see a deep run with Sableye in Worlds. Worlds, like for us.
I don't know about that.
Well, don't doubt it. For us Worlds is like 3 a.m. in the morning.
Bro's not that good.
He's goated.
Oh shit. Okay.
I used to be a skeptic because he's like, so fucking frail. But like in a meta where you got limited options and you could just run a focus sash on it because there's like nothing else in the team that needs a focus sash, and you got like fake out encore. It's pretty cracked in my opinion. But I'm not a good player, so don't listen to me.
I think Open team shear. Close team shear as well is pretty deadly.
Yeah, it is a good one. It's a good one.
And it's got rain dance as well.
Yeah.
For the sun matchup.
For sure. Well, look, thank you so much, Owie, for jumping on with us. It's been a wonderful chat. For anyone who wants to, and if you want people to, where can they follow you?
So the main way to follow me would just be on Twitter at OEVGC. I actually don't post too often. Usually it's just like stuff about tournaments and like maybe the occasional like shit post or something. But
nice.
Generally don't post too much on social media these days when it comes down to Pokemon. And also, if you need any coaching, there's a link at the bio, bro.
Nice. Very nice.
It's just selfies with him and hard rated, just drinking. That's all it is.
I need the hard rateds, bro. Like the money needs to come from somewhere. Need to be drinking them on the daily.
There needs to be like a like in a bottle shop. You know how you go to a supermarket, there's like the international aisle, and you can get like imagine if there was like you go to a bottle shop, there was like international aisle, and you could have like Australian hard rated.
Yeah. Look, we need that. Also, talking about Australian bottle shops, there was this one place, literally like along the highway, like next to the highway, on the highway, essentially. Like you could literally drive through at a bottle shop. Like think how crazy that is. Like I think it was the shout out to the Nepean Highway. Yeah, it was on the Nepean Highway in Melbourne, and you could literally fucking just take a left turn, drive through, get your vodka, and then be on the way. Like,
you don't even have to leave the car.
It's pretty good.
We take our drink driving very seriously.
You don't have to leave your car. You can just you can just drink and drive, bro. Feel like that.
Look, we might have to set up like a pen pal thing where we can send hard rated.
Yeah, and a sticker. I should drop stickers as well.
And then we'll get some quality
stickers
vodka
are cool.
back.
I actually have one of those O2 drop stickers glued to the back of my Switch.
Nice.
The one that you gave to me at Melbourne. Yeah.
Prime advertising spot.
To represent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Any final shout outs you wanted to make at all, Owie?
I think, shout outs to, I guess, I don't know, maybe, I guess like James Catchers and Kieran. Like prior to this year, I haven't really talked to Kieran that much nor interacted with him. But Cat's, a good friend of mine. Actually, like, I don't know how, but he just you just linked us up.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good.
And I was like, pretty
Among
sure.
Us is how.
Yeah.
It was the Among Us.
Among Us is how he pushed the Among Us. He's been the piece in the between, the linking piece.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. And obviously without Kieran, I wouldn't be on the pod. So
we appreciate both of you.
Shout out to Kieran and Katz.
You're on the upper echelon of humans now, having been on this podcast. It's a small group of people, but it's a very elite group of people.
Sub 100 people.
I know. I feel so good right now.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Any final thoughts, Kieran?
The O2 drop.
No, I'm all good. Thanks, Owie, for coming and talking. It's good fun.
My final thoughts.
It was very fun.
Yeah, was it awesome? We talked for so fucking long. I don't know how long it'll be after John edits it, but over 3 hours. Yeah.
The Drew Bliss episode may still be slightly longer.
Oh, that was just me flirting with him for 3 hours.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my!
I was like, how do I trim this down?
Drew, if you're listening, call me.
All right, bro.
My final shout out, Joel, is going to be if people want to be part of our community and gain access to hours and hours, hundreds of hours of exclusive
nearly
bottom cut
now.
bonus content episodes that we record after these recordings. Yep. And if they want to be part of our Discord community and take part in Mafia, limitless tours with cash prizes, we've got photos of my mum in swimwear from the 70s. Apparently we have to plug that every episode now because it gets the subs. You should see, I have blown up A2 size posters of my mum's modeling pics in swimwear. She has autographed them, even done a little love heart on there.
Nice.
They are ready to be given out as prizes. We're going to give one out when we get 100 subs. We're going to raffle one off.
At 100 subscribers, we will raffle off a autographed photo of Chris's mum modeling in the 70s. That'll be raffled off. All you have to do is be a sub. And if you want to be a sub, go to the02drop.com where you'll be redirected to our Buzzsprout page where for as little as $3 American per month, you will gain access to the additional content we record, be given access to our Discord server.
Multiple regional champions in our Discord server coughing up free VGC coaching.
There is at least 4 regional championships. There's 6.
There's a lot. I think we underestimate. I think we forget who's in there sometimes.
We do. There's a lot.
Might even have more.
Yeah, if you include the guests.
If you include the guests,
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So many.
Fact.
We've even got Jared Clappin in the Discord who finished higher at a regionals one time than old Eskolin.
One regional, one time.
Shout outs, bro. Shout outs.
Let's go, Jared.
Goated.
Officially better than me. Shout outs.
One time. At one event on opponent's resistance.
All it takes is one time, bro.
Thank you, Owie, so much for joining us. Definitely appreciated your time. You've been very generous with it. Thank you for chatting to us. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it to no end. And of course, thank you to our listeners for tuning in as always. Shout out to the 53% of you from the US now. You have finally overtaken Australian listens.
That's actually insane. Yeah,
it is. So we appreciate that.
Shout out
international.
Yeah.
Mr. Worldwide.
Shout out to our 2 newest subs, Earths and Mr. Pishman. You know who you are. Shout out to both of you.
Thank you for being part of the O2 Drop journey.
I'll see you guys.
Thank you very much, Owie.
We'll see you in Melbourne next year, no doubt.
Yeah, I'll probably run into you at Worlds.
I mean, look. I'm gonna have to be honest. Like, I might be at Melbourne next year too.
You will be there.
You'll be there. Might be an annual visit for me.
Nice.
This point onwards. Yeah.
Very nice. Until next time, friends.